brand of Florida farmers.
It's time to get ready, because starting next week, Real Radio wants to provide the assist with your summer plans by putting $1,000 in your hand. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays. Take that keyword and enter it on our website at realradio.fm. Then wait for your phone to ring from a number you won't recognize. If it does, answer it, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest starts Monday and is presented locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Orlando's premier comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, The Funny Bone welcomes Cindy Kaza on April 16th, Riddell Ortiz on April 17th and 18th, and IMHO live with Darby Lynn Cartwright and Alexis Bevels on April 19th. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available, as well as parking discounts for all guests. Follow us on all social media platforms and get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com. We'll see you at the show.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Stop using the microwave. You know why? Because Wendy's has quality food late at night. Not like those quick meals with a whole instruction manual. Peel, vent, wait. Ugh, boring. You can just go to Wendy's and grab a Baconator. No homework. Just 6 strips of crispy applewood smoked bacon made for you. Easy peasy bacon crispy. Because if I wanted steps, I'd go for a walk. Wendy's. Eat great, even late. Open till midnight or later.
Hours may vary by location at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Florida, fire it up. Progressive Leesburg Bike Fest is April 24th through 26th. Everclear. Lita Ford. Sister Hazel. Live on the Budweiser stage, and it's all free. 3 stages downtown, over 30 bands, bike demos, the Wall of Death, and more. Powered by Gator Harley-Davidson and Discover Lake County. Upgrade your ride. Sonny's VIP tickets are on sale now at LeesburgBikeFest.com.
Hey, it's Russ from the Monsters. If your floors are looking all nasty and dingy and your grout is looking bad, I gotta tell you, call the pros over at Zero Res. They'll clean your house like they clean my house. They clean my mom's house, and also their offices here at Real Radio, and the results are incredible. Zero Res, their patented ZR water, makes it so nice, and they don't use soaps, they don't use sticky residue chemicals, anything like that. They deep clean and they do it right. This month, mention me and get 15% off tile and seal it. It's awesome at Zero Res, 407-232-9188, or book online at orlandozerores.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Spring allergy season is here, and if you're like most of us, you're suffering from allergies, maybe even sinus infections. Let me guess. Itchy, watery eyes, sinus headaches, sneezing, runny nose. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help, so you can start treating the source instead of just masking the symptoms. Aspire has helped thousands just like you with solutions that actually work. Don't spend another season being miserable. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaid spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Coming Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, April 13th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from Bahamas Overboard updates to a deranged doorbell attacker goes mega viral, and Coachella turns into a culture war meltdown online. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
Hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Not bad. Pretty Monday. Yeah. Pretty Monday.
It felt like Sunday first couple hours of the morning, but here we are.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, the weekend was shorter than I wanted it to be, but here we are anyways. And we've got a lot of stuff to get to, as we usually do. We want to hear from you. And I mentioned dispatches like I always do right off the jump on the show. But the new dispatch recorder has been launched. So I need your testing. I need you sending in some dispatches today. I did a test myself. It sounded like it was a little low volume, but I don't know. We're going to find out today. It's launched. It's out there.
We're going to find out, Jules.
We are, Jules. We're going to find out. We will see how that goes today and work with it from there. But hopefully it's a better quality dispatch recorder over on thenewsjunkie.com for you to join the show. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening to this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to... well, Miami, Florida, everybody. That's where we're headed. To the Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Miami. And I hope you weren't staying there this weekend because, well, it was demolished. Oh. And it's kind of like this interesting thing where it shows some of the core things in humanity. We like to watch fireworks. We like to watch buildings come down.
I love a good explosion.
An implosion, even. And one of these building destruction moments. Everybody loves it, and they gathered around in Miami in hordes to watch this thing. And here's how they took this building down.
If you are sitting and wondering what is going on, so are we. Not sure this is part of the process, but clearly the building.
They've got like 4 angles on this building, and it's a good-sized building. It's it's a good-sized building in Miami.
Launch we watched, but now it's just a building we'll see.
So there's people in kayaks out in the water ready to watch this thing, getting a little bit closer. People on boats. It's it's a Miami thing. Everybody's
smart?
gathered.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're doing it. They're doing it.
Is that clapping or explosions?
Those are explosions.
Okay.
It's like initial blasts, and then here they go.
Whoa.
That is the sound of a building completely squishing into itself.
Yes, and that is the sign of a bunch of kayakers being engulfed in a cloud of dust.
Wait for our alarm.
And with that, the Mandarin...
It may have been a bad idea to get this close.
Look at these boats!
Breathe it in. They're gone.
The boat that was so far up front is like, we got the best seats in the house.
We're going to see the building come down.
Then, boom. And you know what's in that cloud? It's like 9/11 dust.
Yeah.
It's like building. You know what I mean?
Fiberglass.
Asbestos, I'm
Lead.
sure.
Yeah, it's like concrete block that you're inhaling into your lungs.
What was this hotel called?
The Mandarin Oriental.
I know I talked about it on This Week in Florida. Mandarin Oriental, built in what year?
They destroyed it this weekend. Took the whole thing down with a big crowd watching.
Earlier than 1940, that means there's poison in the walls, right?
It could mean that there's Chinese drywall and that kind of stuff. Who knows? Look, one thing is absolutely true. I'm not a construction expert, but you know what I know? I'm not a doctor, but you know what I know? If a building falls and there's a big cloud of dust coming from it, you're not supposed to inhale it into your lungs.
No.
All right?
No.
Just like simple stuff where we can go, hey, that's not a good idea.
The hotel opened in November of 2000, so there's a good chance that maybe the asbestos laws had been all kind of buttoned up by then.
What the hell? You're telling me in 2000 they built this building and now they're like, new one.
26 years later, goodbye.
Wow. I mean, that's not even that old. Some of the older ones just fall on their own, as we've seen. But this one, they took down huge crowds out there, big lung full of concrete and all these different pieces of whatever out there for the folks watching in Miami. So I hope you had a great time if you were watching that. I was busy doing two things. Number one, exploring the beautiful weekend because it was a gorgeous weekend finally here for us at home. Just absolutely beautiful. One of those weekends where both Saturday and Sunday, when we woke up, I was thinking, it's tempting to take a day and just chill and recharge, but I got to get outside, man. I got to get out there. Sunshine, beautiful. If it wasn't beautiful for you this weekend, I apologize. But it absolutely, positively was locally. And it was gorgeous out there. I know a lot of you went out to Mo's golfing event. I know that was out there this weekend. And those of you who went can check in with us if you want to. Use that new dispatch recorder, in fact, to do so over there on the website. Got a lot of emails. Also had a backup intro clip where I love when this happens. I'm sure the person involved didn't love when this happened. But this is in Tampa Bay this weekend. Kevin Lewis. Shouts out to you, Kevin Lewis. We see you out there in TV land. Big Kev doing his thing, man. Ooh. And somebody didn't tell Big Kev that this was a live broadcast. Somebody didn't tell Big Kev that you can't just stop in the middle of this one. So my backup clip goes in that direction. Hang on. I hope I don't have to pump the volume too much. But if I do, I will. Here we go.
The Rays off to their best start in 5 years. Head coach Dominic Castellanos has his team playing with some venom on both sides of the ball. Tim.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I'm the worst.
Live TV, folks. All right. Kevster, what are you doing? I love how he goes, and this is so funny to me, folks. Because being in the industry, when you screw up, if you don't know you're live, if you're just like recording yourself and you screw up, if you hear clips of me trying to record something, I am cursing at myself. I'm like,
idiot.
What an idiot. Yeah.
You can't pronounce the word. Do it again.
Like, how stupid are you? You guys, there was a restaurant locally that I did live reads for a while.
Oh, yeah.
It was the only live read I've wanted to give up. Okay, in my life. I wanted to give up the lie. I didn't want to do it, not because I didn't like the company, but because they were so strict about what you could say and how you had to pronounce things. If you heard the clips of me trying to do these live reads when I thought I was being recorded, well, I was being recorded, not live. Oh, God, did I say some things.
Was it the size of a baby's head?
No. I don't want to say what it was, but there was a sponsor that was like a restaurant thing. Mm-hmm. And when I went there, there was very particular ways to pronounce everything. And I had to phonetically write everything out. And I'd be in the middle of it. And I would be trying to get to 60 seconds for my live read. And I could see 57, 58. And then I'd go, and I'd screw something up. And I would stand up in the studio. I'd be like, son of a bitch. I would be if I was this guy, I would have just cursed on television. Okay, that's what would have happened to me. Yeah, I mean, he goes, I'm the worst.
Oh, I'm the worst.
Does he recover?
Sorry.
He tries.
Rowdies.
You're live, Kevin.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, he probably still doesn't know his life.
Rowdies off to their best start in 5
Oh my gosh!
Someone is in his ear. No, I mean,
nobody said anything. I don't know how we ended up here, but
rowdies.
Yeah, or he's like, live or not, I'm going to pretend I'm recorded. So I'm 3, 2, and coming down 1. You know, the little countdown you give yourself. Good old Kevin Lewis over there in Tampa. We see you, buddy. We see you. We follow your work. I've been watching you for years, Kevin. I saw the thing you did, and then I saw I remember some of that. The Rowdies. I saw that Rowdies thing that you did. Woo!
I saw the thing where you were the worst.
Yeah, I saw that too. It was unbelievable. Speaking of unbelievable, in less than an hour on the show, we have the one, the only Amy Caulfield. She'll be joining us. It was her birthday last week.
It was.
And I'm interested to see where she's at, what's going on with her, and we'll check in with her and everything popping up on her radar right now. Let's go to the box office and some emails on a Monday, everybody. Number 1 at the box office. No big surprise here. The Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Wahoo!
I still haven't seen it, but that's one of those ones with a lot of famous voices in it. There's a lot of celebrities. And you know why? Because the celebrities, I hear this all the time in Hollywood. Doesn't matter how big you are. Doesn't matter what kind of awards you're getting. Once celebrities have kids, they want to do stuff like this because then their own kids will watch the stuff that they do and be like, oh my God, that's my mom or my dad in the Mario movie. And finally they'll be impressed. So you were in 4 Kill Bill movies or something and your kid's like, whatever. And then finally
you don't let your kids watch Kill Bill movies, maybe?
Yeah, it could be, hopefully. Right? The stuff you're doing, the content is not suitable for them. So a lot of these folks in Hollywood want to do a movie like this, and boy, is it a big, rousing success. Another $69 million for the Super Mario Galaxy movie this weekend. Project Hail Mary continues to pull in cash and stack it. $24.5 million, so much of it in IMAX, proving that Americans love that big-ass screen, man. They love it. They love the IMAX. I now am where when Corny says we're getting tickets to go to the movies, I'll go, make sure you get us in that RPX or, the theater with the biggest screen and the upgraded audio.
The seats vibrate in that one?
They do because of the audio system that they have.
But it's not like the
4D.
RPX.
No, it's not like that, but it's close. I mean, it's really loud always. So the greatest thing in the world is that you go to watch movies in these theaters and it's so loud that it gets rid of all the jackasses because you can't talk during the movie because the movie's so loud. I love it. It's the most genius thing ever. Some loser on their cell phone can't bother anybody because they're drowned out and they actually have to get angry and go walk out of the theater. So great. Americans love the big ass screen. Project Hail Mary bringing in some money on it. The drama in at number 3 at the box office. There's a big spoiler for that one that they're trying to get people not to tell other people. There's a big twist in the movie, the drama, and much like when Alfred Hitchcock movies would come out, whenever those movies would come out with Alfred Hitchcock, they'd put a message on the screen and go, please do not spoil this for others. So I'm going to spoil it right now.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. It's a school shooting. Number 4, You, Me, and Tuscany. I don't know anything about that. It sounds like you, me, and Dupree went on a trip.
Got a little more exotic.
The budget got kicked up a notch for old Owen Wilson and pals. And then at number 5, Hoppers. Crazy enough, BTS World Tour was number 6. They still love those BTS kids. I don't know a single one of them, but boy, are they successful. They have done quite well for themselves. Much like a lot of the people who are performing this weekend. Did anybody watch any of the Coachella streaming? It was free. It's free to stream.
I watched 0 of the stream, but I saw the clips on socials.
And the clips.
I am telling you, you go to Google, and on the Google homepage, just like google.com, I see the link and I go, oh, I forgot. That's right. This music festival is this weekend. It's incredibly expensive to go to a festival like this. It is beautiful to watch it on your big ass screen. It is really just stunning quality that they're streaming this thing in. I don't understand why they're doing it, but I love it. I think it's so fantastic. We'll talk a little bit about all the drama that came out of that a little bit later on in the show too. Right now, over to this, Megan emails the show, and she was one of many people who emailed this weekend. And I don't know, maybe we can get on this topic at some point in time. But a lot of people were emailing me saying, please help bring awareness to this radar dance complex in Ocala, Florida. Video went mega viral. out of some dance complex. I don't know the nuts and the bolts of the story too well, but we'll get into it a little bit later, and I'll dive into those details. But another person said here, Sean, this is Jason. I found this post by a mother whose young daughter was filmed being physically abused at Dance Radar Complex in Ocala. I couldn't make it through the first video as a father of a young girl. Here's some of the screenshots, and it's like this mother telling a story about how her kid went to this school, this dance school, and then sharing 3 videos where the teachers were being very, very aggressive with them. So again, we'll have the details on that. There was a lot of people emailing. Melanie emails about something different. Melanie says, good morning, junkie. I'm listening to Friday's podcast, and you're talking about California thinking about charging a tax to leave the state. How crazy. Even the idea of it. What I haven't heard anybody mention is what effect it will have on future businesses moving there. If we think of state government as a business, they're always trying to drum up more business taxes and revenue. Well, yeah, of course. That's why California brings in so much money. You know, like simply in San Francisco and Los Angeles, this epicenter of entertainment and technology, they bring in so much solely in those 2 areas that they are bigger than most countries. Their GDP and economy is. However, the more you push people away, the more that weans down. Eventually, it's going to bite you in the ass, I think. Whether that's through tourism or getting people and businesses to move there, Melody says. We know that all too well in Florida as our government keeps allowing development when nobody here wants it, and nobody wants any more people to move here. So if I own a business and I'm thinking of moving to California, why would I want to do that if they're going to tax me heavily if I leave? Thank you, wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, says Melanie. Well, I'm not with you on the moving to Florida thing, Melanie. I want more people in Florida. I want all my friends moving to Florida. I love it in Florida. We got the best weather. We got a lot of stuff going for us. You know, shouts out to you, all the folks in all the other states listening to the show. But I'm not of the mind that we can't take more people into the Sunshine State just yet. But we'll see what everybody else has to say. When we come back, I've got some stunning final moments from NASA. I've got some absolute losers online attacking the astronauts that I want to dust up with a little bit. We got this Doorbell kid, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will, and it'll be a story that sticks with you, okay? That's a wild one. Yeah. Updates on the Bahamas, the hookers in Hopetown story, and what's going on there. Big updates on that. We are loaded up on a Monday. And that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show, friends. How are you? My God, are we loaded up today? We are loaded up today. Hey, TNJ Chat, how are you? Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Twitch. Welcome in on a busy Monday on the show. When we come back, people are harassing the astronauts after their return. I want to dust up with those losers, yell at them a little bit, and give you one of the most amazing moments with an astronaut returning from space. Then we'll get into what's happening in the Bahamas situation. Lots of stuff to get to. Hey, Kurt. Hey, Yurdam. Hey, Zach. Hey, how are you? Hey, Dwayne. Sean. Sun State John, happy Monday to you, my friend. Janine, there you are. Hey, everybody. Flood in, please. Chad, how are we doing? Did we have a good weekend, everybody? Yes or no? Let me just take the temperature. Yes or no, chat? Did we have a good weekend? I sure hope so. Hampton in the Bahamas. What? Essex says, I work this weekend. Great weekend. Weed and chilling, as always. Hey, Zach, how are you? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but hey. You had a full weekend? Good. Johnny had a great week. Glad everybody had a good weekend. That's good to hear. Now we got to get back in the mix of things. Just out of curiosity, how many of you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the doorbell video? YouTube, Twitch, TNJ chat. When I say, that, well, if you're a Secret Shows subscriber and you listen to or watch the latest show, you know. But how many of you know what I'm talking about when I say the doorbell video? Harry Dresden, yes. Yes, Harry Dresden. I got the full download on that guy. All right? The full download. Who he is, what was going on, what happened before, what happened after. It's hilarious. He looks like Milhouse from The Simpsons. Are you going to show the video from inside the house? Yes. We're going to do full rundown of the doorbell video guy. That was crazy watching that on Secret Shows? Yeah. I mean, it only got crazier afterwards. He's lucky AF he wasn't shot. My God, are you right? Like that, the way that ended, it was bad, but it could have been so much worse. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a very famous video now, as of this weekend, of a guy who went to another person's doorbell and started threatening them. And the guy whose house it was wasn't home, but then he came back home to confront this person who eventually broke into his house. And all of it is just maybe the craziest story we've heard in a while. Hello? Hey. What do you got? Will you leave it? Okay. Be safe out there. See you later. 2 minutes and we're coming back. Artemis astronauts getting harassed when they return. That's the next thing we're talking about. Only in California can that happen and you don't get turned into Swiss cheese. It is crazy that the guy didn't get shot. They 100% could have shot him. Yeah, we'll make that make sense for those of you who haven't seen the video of this young guy clearly melting down, ringing somebody else's doorbell with threats, and immediately was memed. And the guy's background started to come out. Lots of stuff there to talk about. Okay, we're coming back right now, and we're going to talk about the NASA astronauts are back. One of them, Christina, who I think is my favorite, maybe one of my favorite astronauts ever, because she's just really an interesting character. She returned home, and there's video of her dog greeting her when she came back from space after 10 days, which is awesome. And also beyond that, there's some people going after her for a moment that happened when she returned from space. I'm going to play that moment for you, and we'll talk about these people who are harassing her and why. It's all coming up right now as we come back live. All right, here we go, everybody. Coming back now.
NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
2%. That's the number of people who take the stairs over an escalator. I'm Michael Easter. Twice a week on my podcast, 2%, I give you practical advice to live a more meaningful life.
Don't ask for easy. Don't demand easy.
put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2% on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search 2%. That's TWO% to start listening.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
The doorbell video, my God, NASA up first, and they're harassing one of the NASA astronauts, which is so crazy to me. The NASA haters are out in full force. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Join us on the show with your emails and dispatches. I'll see those coming in real time and work them when they're interesting, and they often are, into the show. We will get to that, as I said, in just a moment. But let's start with this NASA stuff. Let's open this door just a little bit here. One thing that I thought was awesome was the moment all the astronauts, after their plunge down, their splash down, as they called it, which went off seemingly, and I'm no expert, but without a hitch, I think.
Yeah.
They look good. It
seemed like a textbook splashdown.
Yep, they were coming in. Thing was coming in hot. They launched the parachutes. It slowed down. Whoosh, right into the ocean off California, bobbing around out there for a bit.
I found those parachutes so fascinating because that first round, I'm like, those are not deploying properly.
Right.
It's just three little ones. I don't understand. Then you get rid of that, and all of a sudden there's like half a football field worth of a parachute that's making them land perfectly.
Yeah, at the beginning, when the first couple of parachutes were meant to slow down the Artemis capsule, I too was like, wait,
die.
I don't think this is enough.
It also,
guys, they're going 15,000 miles an hour. What is a little tiny parachute here?
It also felt like for a full minute and a half, I think, I was going, well, they got to be hitting the water any second now. They're still falling? How are they still following? There's no way there's any room left to hit the water already.
How much sky could there be?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went on for a while, but then they seemingly just perfectly landed back in the ocean, and they scooped them up. And then when they brought them out at this event, celebrating the fact that the Artemis 2 mission was a complete and total success, oh boy, the crowd just went wild. And this is the good. I'm going to give you the bad in a moment, but
do we have
the
any
good? The bad is the ugly, but here's the good. When they walked in like rock stars.
Nice.
Standing ovation. Everybody's got their cameras out like rock stars, man. See, I love to see this because these are the people who should be rock stars. These are the people who should be lifted up, everything I've seen from every single one of these astronauts on this Artemis 2 mission was they are polished, good, solid people, and all of them seem really, really interesting to me. And they came back to this thunderous applause, and people were really excited about this. And we're excited about space again. And so that's why I wanted to highlight this last week, and I think it's good. But there are some losers out there, so let's slap down the losers where we can and where that needs to be done. Here's somebody here. Like, this is an example of what I'm talking about. I can't even tell what these people are mad about most of the time. This says, NASA astronaut Christina Koch just froze mid-speech on stage and couldn't recover. If they can't handle basic public remarks without freezing up, how confident should we be in the rest of the mission, in air quotes, facepalm, yikes, this person says. And I love the idea of like, how confident should we be in the rest of the mission? Oh, you mean the mission they just finished?
Yeah.
You mean the mission where they went around the moon? You mean the mission where it went off without a hitch because everybody did a great job at doing all the things they're doing? But
she fixed the space toilet.
She fixed the toilet. She's a toilet fixer. She's the plumber. And I just love the idea, like, oh, she came back after going 15,000 miles per hour into the sea, and then she wasn't eloquent enough at the meeting that they had afterwards with the press. And here's the moment, I guess, that she's bitching about, this dumb lady. Let's see just how bad it was.
Necessarily just Earth. It was all the blackness around it. Earth was just this lifeboat hanging undisturbingly in the universe.
Okay.
She's getting emotional.
Yeah, I mean, is the idea that she's having a brain fart here? Because even if she was, she just came back from outer space, okay?
It's kind of a mind F, if you ask me.
But number two, I think maybe she's just really emotional about it. But this is what happened to, what's his name from Star Trek?
William Shatner.
William Shatner. He had the same kind of moment. Now,
he was
Jeff
also
Bezos
emotional because nobody wanted to listen to his speech.
Because the women in the back were like, oh my God, we're going to spray.
They were popping bottles in the club, and he wanted to wax eloquently about what happened in space. I think she's just having a really cool moment where she said, it wasn't just looking at Earth from behind the moon. Think about this for a second. She's saying, we looked at Earth, and we saw all of the empty space that is what we call space around it, and how we're just this little saving grace of a little ball, a blue ball in the middle of that. And that's where we all live, and we share this place together. That is a phenomenally deep and interesting thought to have. And she had it when she was staring back at the planet that we stand on right now. And I think she was like, hey, I'm getting a little emotional about this.
Uh-oh. So...
Yeah, she sounds emotional.
I may have not learned, I know I haven't learned, everything that this journey has yet to teach me. But there's one new thing I know, and that is planet Earth, you are a crew.
Okay, fine. Planet Earth, you're a crew. You're all one together. It's like a positive message. And I don't know how you watch that with your brain full of sand, Bethany, you dumb bitch. And when you're watching this, you go, if you can't handle basic public remarks without freezing up, how confident should we be in the rest of the mission? And I go, oh, God, you people should be shunned into the corners of our life and out of public discourse because you're that dumb, painfully dumb.
Space. Throw Bethany in space and then have her come speak to a crowd of hundreds of people. Right. No tweeting, no keyboard, speak.
Like, what is the idea that you can't get emotional about big experiences? Because we all do, whether it's your wedding day or the funeral of a loved one or the first time you see your kid walk or...
You get a cardinal pair of male and female at your bird feeder house that has a camera.
Sure, that's probably for somebody. Or if you're C-Lane... When your son Jackson lets one go in the bathtub and, you got to deal with that for the while. Those emotional moments.
I had people ask me about that over the weekend.
Did that?
We heard Jackson was a bath pooper now, huh?
You see, these are the moments that stick with you. And if C-Lane was doing an event and talking about this, he would say, we are all part of the crew. But not the cleanup crew, because that was just me. Yeah. I was left alone on that mission. But this is stupid. Just whenever you see people doing stuff like this, I want you to boo them more. I want you to tell them to shut up. I want you, when you go online, I want you to be in the comments section saying, shut up, dumb, just all that. Just do that. Shame these people, because people still respond to this. You're just not doing it enough. I need to weaponize you to make sure we could stop this. And I'll show you something to get rid of this bad vibe that's out there now. This is Christina, the very same astronaut, when she returned home to her dog after 10 days in space, and they showed the dog.
No.
The dog at the front door. Oh.
Oh, her. Oh, she's so happy.
The dog dog is literally jumping.
The dog can't control its body because its tail's wagging so intensely.
The dog
I think this dog is always like this. I think this dog is always like
It's
this.
a happy puppy.
Negative Nancy has arrived.
I'm not being negative. I'm just saying.
It was a mission in air quotes too, huh?
Are you saying that you think if you popped out a begging strip, the dog would do the very same thing?
I think
6
if I
weeks
left
later?
for 10 minutes instead of 10 days, that dog would be at the door like, are you going to come back?
Carl's the same way.
I think it's adorable. I like
I'm
it.
not saying
I
it's
think
not
great.
cute. I'm just saying, like, if we,
The dog's a flat earther. Got it.
If we are trying to pretend that the dog realized mommy was in space for 10 days.
The dog realized mommy was gone for 10 days.
Sure.
Or maybe more, before that, because they had to do the last minute preparations and stuff. I believe that. I think that animals take note of things like that. I know, I've seen that in our dog. We leave and go on like a vacation and come back or do these kind of things. I've seen that type of behavior where I look at the dog and I'm like, this dog knows what's going on here. Our animals are not dumb. Our animals are smarter than that lady. That lady yelling at the astronaut is dumber than this dog.
Oh, so excited.
There she goes. She's a rock star, this lady. I like her. I dig her. Christina, I don't know how to say your last name perfectly yet, but
I've heard, I had a friend that had that spelling in high school, and his name was Coke, but I've heard people on TV saying her name differently. Like, I don't...
Go ahead, say it.
Koch?
You're not...
Coach.
One more time?
Koch.
Koch? Okay. Koch or Coke? Whatever your last name is, I'll do the research. I'll put the work in to see what it is and try to get it right. But she's great. All those astronauts are great.
Flew around the moon. We should probably get her name right.
Yeah. I mean, there's like the list of people who have done that is quite short. I could probably memorize all of them, I think. I think Mike says, holy crap, I'm listening to the show and almost crying over the damn dog. Look, that is a green flag, if that's a thing. Right? This is a sign that you are a good human being. This is a sign that you do care about other people and things out there on planet Earth. I mean, not to wax poetic on my own, but it strikes me all the time. Like I have these thoughts where I'm just like walking around the neighborhood or whatever, and I go, it's so clear to me. Like we were lucky enough to be born into this random experience called life. And we have X amount of days. We don't know how long X is. And we wake up every day, thankfully, and get to tackle the world and like an experience unfolding in front of you. You can do whatever you want. You could try all sorts of things out. You can enjoy yourself. Some of you will toil away in mediocrity and never do anything interesting or important. Some of you will go around the moon like this lady and, pick your poison in your experience in life. And I think that's awesome. And I think that's what's wrapped up in this story. And while you hear me yelling at clouds over all sorts of things, because I think a lot of people out there are stupid, this I think is great. And there you go. Now we're all wrapped up on Artemis 2. Let's get some humans' feet on the moon next. That's what I want to see next.
Did you see the guys waiting on the aircraft carrier when they were getting all ready for the splashdown to go you go pick them up and stuff? I saw they all have like the headphones and stuff on.
Yeah,
they all had that, and then there was one guy that was kind of in the background but staring straight at the camera.
Okay.
And he stood out because he had a great mustache, and he was wearing a Turnstile shirt, like for the band, which is like, I didn't know you could just do that. Like, you're on an aircraft carrier, there's not some sort of uniform, but Turnstile guy shows up on TV. People are talking about him. Now, like, the Turnstile suburbs, like, you see the NASA guy? The NASA guy's one of us, man.
They paid for it. Product placement, again.
Immediately, fans of the band Turnstile feel like they're a little smarter because of, like, the osmosis of the smart people in their orbit.
I wouldn't blame them.
I don't either, yeah. I mean, look, whenever I encounter somebody who goes, oh, love the show, listen all the time, and then they talk and they're smart, and they don't just have drool coming out of their mouth or something, I'm like, oh, my God, we have smart listeners. These people are top shelf human beings. At least 79% of them. At least 79%. I'm talking about you, top shelf human being, along for the ride here on a Monday. And on this ride, we're going to have our friend Amy Caulfield joining us in just a little bit. We have to get into the saga of the mega viral door kid. And I'll give you just a little teaser of that when we come back. And then we'll get into deeper on what happened here. It's one of the most amazing stories of the weekend. We're going to blow the Bahamas murder mystery story wide open. I have bombshells galore on that one. And that's just the beginning of it here today. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Motivational speeches by Sean Dunn. Insecure Walrus says, try the new dispatches out. Insecure Walrus, listening back or recording one, if you did it come out good? Let's see. Fingers crossed. I made the new dispatch recorder myself. Okay, here's Insecure Walrus's dispatch. All right.
Hey there, this is Insecure Walrus, and this is a test of the new dispatch recorder over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm on an old Android Samsung Galaxy Note 9, and I could not use the previous dispatch recorder. It just didn't work very well. It made all kinds of clicking and popping sounds. We shall see if this one works any better.
I think it does! I fixed it. I built the new recorder. I mean, let's be careful not to get too excited. All the rest of them could sound like dog shit, and that would be bad. That one sounded good. Very clean, yeah, crisp. Crisp. For those of you who went to the Moe's Mini Masters, did you have a good time yesterday? I saw on TNJ chat a lot of people coming from out of town and, you know, gathering together and meetups happening and people going out to the event. It was very cool. Coded 100% by hand? Yes, from these hands. From these hands. Not from scratch. Just kidding, fixing stuff is an awesome feeling. The problem has been, I can't, I'm going to bore all of you. I'll try to keep it within 30 seconds. I can tell the web developer team everything that I want. I can say, I want this, I want this, I want this. And they'll go, Sean, we put this web recorder in there. We put this waveform visualizer in there. All of the settings are proper. We can't find out what we need to change to stop making those pop. And then I'm on like the GitHub for the recorders. I'm looking if other people are having these same issues. And if it's like a buffer thing or a audio quality, or if it's a mismatch between the recording rate and on the device and the recording rate of the file. And the developer doesn't understand anything about this audio stuff. I understand some of it, but not the developer side so much. And I couldn't fix it. So I said, screw it. Let me try to make my own dispatch recorder. And it's early, but promising. Mo Mini Master was great. Hope he does it again. Can you update the website to work on my Palm Pilot? Yes, yeah. I will definitely be optimizing for Palm Pilots and Blackberries. Absolutely. All right, 1 minute. We're coming back live. Government Cheese, hello. Kevin, hello. Welcome into TNJ Chat. Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. New feature launched this weekend, the Silence Breaker feature. Now, chat is pretty active already and the community is growing over there. But between like 2 in the morning and 6 in the morning, it slows down, obviously. So now, if it slows down and there's no posts for X amount of time, a pot starts to build with points. And you could get up to like 2,000 points if the pot builds and you're the one who breaks the silence on TNJ Chat. Stack those points, folks. Soon enough, you'll be able to use them at IHOP or something. All right, we're coming back. Here we go.
Shove it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Angie. Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an unplanned pregnancy. Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
on a Monday on this show. And boy, is it going to be an exciting week. Make sure you're hanging out with us. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll be testing out the new dispatch recorder on the website in just a moment. So far, promising. All right? So far, promising. I don't know, though. It could fail miserably. It was one of those things where some bad dispatches have been coming in over the years. And I don't just mean bad because the things you're saying were bad. I mean, just the quality is like... There's like bad audio issues.
Hey, what's going on, News Junkie? I just really love the show and wanted to say that I think you guys are really funny. And...
Oh, he would already stopped playing it. And read the description.
I made it get a transcript of every dispatch so that I could stop the bad ones and at least just see what the people were saying. And I'm trying to explain to the developer team, like, here's what needs to happen. And they're like, look, everything looks like it's right. So I just took a crack at making my own dispatch recorder and having them roll that out on the website. And they just did that. And it's brand new. So I don't know. We're just hoping for the best here.
Is this the new era of being a development team? Like being a development team in 2026 where your client all of a sudden is into vibe coding and thinks he knows better than you?
Doctors dealt with this first, right? Like when you go to the doctor, you're like, look, doc, I know you went to school for a little while, but I have an AFib issue, and I've Googled everything to deal with it, and I know exactly what's going on here. Also, I'm autistic. There's a lot of things like that have happened across the internet. Now it's happening with developers, but let's see how it goes. The new dispatch recorder, Insecure Walrus says his dispatches used to suck, but...
Hey there, this is Insecure Walrus, and this is a test of the new dispatch recorder over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm on an old Android Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
Good.
I could not use the previous dispatch recorder. It just didn't work very well. It made all kinds of clicking and popping sounds. We shall see if this one works any better. There's a countdown on the screen.
Beautiful.
Dispatches are limited to 1 minute now. And apparently I have 20,
the countdown's going on.
20, whatever. Okay. That's it for my dispatch. Thanks.
Sounds good on this side, pal.
Beautiful.
Sounds good over here. Now, here's the thing. I can ruin my day because if I play the next one and it's like, and it's all broken up, I'll just want to leave the studio. I won't be happy about it, but let's try. Here's this one.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this? The 5-foot assassin with the rough neck business. I float like gravity. Never had a cavity. Got more rhymes than the Wanda's got family. Well, just checking the mic. If it sounds good, might have to break out the guitar soon. Love y'all.
Sounds great. All right, I'm just going to leave it there for now. I don't want to risk it anymore. So far, so good on the new dispatches.
That rap, though.
He was dropping some rhymes. Dropping some rhymes there, as they said. I was this weekend watching a brand new docuseries. I don't know if you guys heard about this at all. I think it's on Netflix. And I thought Courtney and I had already watched this for some reason, so I wasn't super gassed about it. But she goes, no, I think this is supposed to be good. And it's called, okay, what was the name of this thing? Hang on. The brand new one is called Trust Me, the False Prophet.
We watched the trailer for that.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to dive into that this week.
All right, so we start watching the first one, and I go, all of this seems very familiar because over the years on this show, we talked about Warren Jeffs, who was from this FLDS sect in
What's the
in Utah.
FLDS? What's the F part?
Fundamentalists, Latter-day Saints. So you have your Mormons, then you have your Latter-day Saints, and then you have your fundamentalist Latter-day Saints, which are, they dress very different, they live their life very differently. They're
Multiple
very
wives?
fundamentalists and, by the book. They have multiple wives, generally speaking. And then with the Warren Jeffs guy, he got in trouble because they said he was having sex with these young women who were part of his like big congregation out there. They had like their own, their own like town basically, right?
There was another documentary that was very popular like a year or two ago. Same guy. So this now makes sense. Yep.
That was Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey, I think. That was the one from a couple of years back that was out about that guy. And I go like, why haven't we watched this? And she goes, no, it's a different one. So what happened with that Warren Jeffs guy is he's staying in prison for the rest of his life for abusing these kids. But his congregation is still there. And they're still listening to him. And he's still ruling over this congregation of people from behind bars. And here's what he's done. And this was the start of the documentary. And I'm not going to spoil anything because there's lots of interesting stuff in there. But the basic part of this is what this guy has done, Warren Jeffs, is he said, all right, you guys, I want you to keep following my word even though I'm behind bars. And even though I'm going to be in prison probably for the rest of my life, I'm a martyr and you have to listen to me even more now. All right. And then he goes, oh, by the way, no one else can get married. And if you are married, no one else can have sex. In my absence, Warren Jeffs said to this whole city of people, you can no longer get married, you can no longer have babies, and you can no longer have sex. Husbands were told, good luck with this, that they could not have sex with their wives. Wives were told that they could not have sex with their husband. This is, you're trying to stop the most human thing ever. Good luck with all of that. But the Warren Jeffs guy from behind bars said, no more sex, no more marriage, no more babies. And a lot of them listened to this, right? And this whole docuseries is about an offshoot called, of this, led by some guy in Short Creek, Utah. They went over into like Arizona a little bit and stuff. And the guy who's the leader of this offshoot was like, no, I'm still going to get married. I'm still going to have babies. I'm still going to have sex with these women. And he's rejecting the word of this Warren Jeffs guy and starting his own congregation. And so he started up, and there's like, he shows up with a wife, and they said, I thought we weren't supposed to get married. And then he shows up again, and he's got 4 wives. Oh. And then he shows up with
really showing old Warren Jeffs here.
Yeah, then he shows up with a literal trailer of women. Like a trailer, flatbed trailer pulls up, and there's wives all on the...
That's how the other guy got caught.
Yes, and he has 20-something of these people. And there was a woman who had embedded herself with this group and just so happened to film this guy starting all of this stuff. And it is amazing what this woman did and what happens in it. For those of you who saw it, let me know what you think. But yeah, it's called Trust Me, the False Prophet. And it's this woman going behind the scenes and trying to win over the trust of these people and then having to make really, really difficult decisions after that. I thought it was one of the best docuseries like that I've seen in a while. Very illuminating. Yeah, we did the whole thing. Yeah, we did. We ended up doing the whole thing because it was so riveting. Like it really was one of these series where you're glued to it because you're watching these people live like it's the 1700s. You're watching all the allegations about these young 9-year-old and 13-year-olds being his wives. And is this true? Is this not true? And just for the record, the craziest thing about this is the guy has zero riz. The guy is like the corniest, dumbest, loser vibes, right? But somehow he convinces all of these people, 27 women, to marry him and believe that he's the prophet, even though it seemed like he had like an 85 IQ. Just crazy. And if you saw it, let me know what you thought. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we have to get into the Doorbell guy that went mega viral this week, and we will do that. If you didn't hear about this, just the quick primer on it, because this had so many people talking. There was this person in California who had a visitor to their house, and they just rang their doorbell, and the person was not there. And this guy who was like in a trench coat and flip-flops started kicking his door, started threatening him.
This video is bonkers. The man, I mean, it took a couple seconds where I thought the video was paused, and I thought he was looking at me because of how crazy his eyes are.
Yeah, but at the one point where he just stares into the camera,
I will end you.
It is threatening this guy, and meanwhile, the guy whose doorbell he rang isn't there. He's not there. And so when this video first dropped, everybody saw this guy trying to kick the door down, and then nobody really knew the rest of the story. What happened afterwards? What happened next? What was wrong with this guy? What the hell was going on? So after we talk with Amy Kaufeld, we're going to do a whole rundown on the doorbell guy and what was happening in this case, because it is really interesting. You don't want to miss out on that. That, Amy Kaufeld, and so much more coming up next on the News Junkie.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Looking at morning delays right now on...
Stand by, everybody. Stand by. Quick Mills Air spot, and then we're going to chit-chat, and I got some drama for you.
I-4 just before the Sand Lake Road exit. No problems to report at this time for drivers planning to travel on the beach line or along the Greenway. If you come across any major traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. At $4, $6, and $8, pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Folks, we got Amy Kaufeld joining us in just minutes on the show. And I want to tell you something in the meantime. I want to tell you about Mills Air. And it's because this is a great company, and right now it's starting to get hot. It's going to warm up this week for almost all of you listening to the sound of my voice. And if that is happening and then you feel like your house isn't cooling down like it usually does, you know something's gone wrong, and it's time to call Mills Air. Don't call the other companies. You are at risk of getting ripped off. They will take advantage of you. They do not care. They are not about building a clientele of people who they respect. They are not about doing any of that. They're about taking your money. Mills Air is not. Mills Air will be honest with you. They've been doing it for over 30 years. So if you got a problem with your AC, you call Mills Air. As simple as that. Call Mills Air at 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Oh, yeah, room is on. Hey, folks. Doorbell video coming up after Amy Kaufeld. Rachel says, I got halfway through the first episode and definitely going to finish. Rachel, let me tell you, if you thought the first episode was interesting, keep going. Because the first episode is undoubtedly the most boring of them all. And the second episode is like, okay, this is getting better. And the third and fourth episodes are just locked and loaded. Like, if you're into this content, which I am, like, I think it's super interesting that these people live this life. And I think the idea that people can be brainwashed, and I think it's brainwashing, can be brainwashed like this, is just like a phenomenally interesting thing. How does one man who seems so dumb and so goofy convince 30 people plus that he's a prophet, and they believe it so much that they will like kill for him? How does a dumb man pull that off? It's like so strange to me. 1 minute. 1 minute, we're back with Amy Kaufeld. need to watch this tonight. I spent most of yesterday watching clips from the Tanner Horton sentencing trial. Sad stuff. I need to watch this too. Yeah, I mean, if you're into like cults and religious things like that, and like the idea that they all like live this very different lifestyle from the rest of us and what's going on in their minds, no one has ever given this much access, and you've never been able to get to know the people in this situation as much as you do with this new Netflix docuseries. Amy Kauffeld's on the line. You might hear her. I will never understand how people believe such stupid BS. True. All right, here we go. We're coming back.
So can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the news.
It up on a Monday. We really haven't even cracked much of anything open just yet. And there's a lot of interesting conversations to be had about the Coachella meltdowns and about the Doorbell kid and about the Bahamas updates and all of that. It's time, friends. Right now, my favorite time of the week, let's welcome Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. Yeah. There she is.
What's happening?
How you doing? Happy birthday, by the way. We didn't get to say happy birthday on air.
Thanks, you guys. I missed you last week, but I got some really sweet messages from you all. You're very kind.
Did you have a great birthday last week?
Yes. So my birthday was on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
It was the day after Easter. So anybody that has a birthday in April knows that like having your birthday close to Easter just means that it's like it's called subdued birthday time. You know what I mean? It's kind of like having a birthday close to Christmas. It's just a little more subdued, but it was good. So I took the day off work. We went to the beach. We had a nice day. And then Colton had a game, of course, that night. So then I ended up at the pool that night. So,
how often, Amy, does your birthday fall on Easter? Because I know Easter moves around a lot. It's not like if you have a birthday near Thanksgiving, your birthday will be on Thanksgiving every 6 years or so. How often is your birthday Easter Sunday?
So in my recollection, it's only happened one time, but it's like being like actually falling on Easter. It may have happened more than once, but for sure it happened one time.
My 21st birthday was on Easter Sunday.
Oh, was it really?
Yep. And no one was out and about, which worked out fine because I got to get all the drinks legally.
Yeah, it is a slower day. It's a day when things are slower. But then even then you end up in mom mode. You're hanging out. You're back at the pool. You're doing all this stuff. I was hoping that you'd have like a margarita Monday and that you'd be able to hang out with some of your friends and just cheersing it up. And you guys would end up like sloppy, dramatic, like a Real Housewives episode or something. So that's why, at least that's why I pictured it that way.
None of that, Sean.
Unfortunately,
very subdued. But it's all good. Listen, I'm past the age of wanting to go like party it up. I think I told you guys I went up for Mom's Weekend for Kate's sorority, and I was like, I cannot hang anymore. I just can't.
You didn't want to do the 6-foot beer bong?
It's just that their time frame is so different from ours. Like I'm like by 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, I'm exhausted. And that's like when they start to get ready to go out.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did they try to get you
at midnight, she's like, where do you want to go now? I'm like, bed.
I wanted to go to bed 2 places ago. Like, yeah.
But she's just like, she's right. And then at one point she dropped me off. And she's like, she told me, she's like, oh, I'm tired too. And the next thing I do, I look at Life 360 and she's like out again.
Yeah.
Let me cook. Let me cut the baggage over here.
Right, yeah. I mean, but she did it in a nice way, right? She did it in a nice way,
Love
it
you,
seems
Mom.
like.
Night-night.
Well, happy birthday to you. You look great. You're the best person we know. I'll just say that flat out. And we wanted to make sure you were having a good time out there for your birthday, as I know you were. But what's grabbing your attention today? We got a whole new slate of stuff to talk about. How much have you guys talked about this Bahamas story? Have you worked that into the Fox broadcast a lot?
Yes. In fact, we brought it up this morning, and I think today is the day that they have to decide whether or not they have enough evidence to officially file charges. Is that right? That was what we were reporting this morning.
Right. Or they have to release him.
Custody. Yeah.
Or they have to release him. They can't just hold him, right?
Yeah.
So this story is really interesting, and it got interesting when we started hearing from the children, specifically the daughter of Lynette Hooker. So the daughter is the one who said that there was like some stuff going on in the past that would make investigators maybe want to double look at this.
The daughter does not think that mom fell overboard on this boat in the Bahamas. The daughter thinks that, it seems to me, the daughter thinks this guy killed her. That's what it seems to me. Watching like the comments from the daughter, I really think she hasn't flat out said, I think this guy killed my mom, but she really has hinted at it quite a bit.
She wants them to investigate. She just doesn't want this to be like, oh, it's an accident. She fell overboard and, but I think anybody who, and I'm not a boating person. So, I don't this is all foreign to me in the sense that I've been on a boat, but I don't own a boat. I'm not but so it's just the timing is odd. It's like dark and we're on a dinghy. And if the water is choppy enough that, that you could potentially fall overboard, why are you on a dinghy in the dark?
Did you see how, when they say dinghy, did you see how small this boat was? It was it's an 8-foot boat, folks. It's a really, it was a small boat.
It's a raft. With a motor.
Yeah, equivalent to that. It's like a tiny little thing.
And they should know better as sailors.
And that was kind of what the daughter said. The daughter's look, they are boaters. They know what they're doing. They have been, I think she said, living this lifestyle for 4 years. So that was kind of her comment, too. Why are you out doing something so dangerous in the middle of the night? And it's dark, and I don't know. It's just strange.
Question, Amy, and this might be a dumb question because I feel like I know the answer, but when you guys cover this saga on Fox 35, Sean has a special name for the whole thing. I was wondering if you guys use the same one. He calls it the Hookers in Hopetown saga.
That's their last name. They're the Hooker family. They were in Hopetown in the Bahamas.
Up next, the update on the Hookers in Hopetown. I can see the graphics package now. I think it'd be great.
I think that they should at Fox 35.
No.
I like for them to take the plunge with me and call it Hookers in Hopetown. What are our chances?
I don't want to take the plunge with you, Sean. Where am I going to end up? This is very scary.
You're right. You are right.
Good idea.
You are right to hesitate. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't want to be out in a dinghy with Sean.
You can spell out all the curse words if you want.
Yeah.
Exactly. I would spell them though.
Yeah. You are right to hesitate on that. And I mean, there's just no way that these folks didn't know what they were doing was going to be dangerous. But it seems as if it would have been very convenient if he did want to get rid of his wife, that things happened the way that they did. So now we'll see if the Bahamian authorities charge him with anything today or if they let him go. And then there's also the possibility, I think, that the feds could push down charges too. I know they were at least looking at the case.
Yeah, that's potential too. And the couple is from Michigan. That is their home residence. That's where they officially live. So we'll see what happens. But it's one of those things where, I don't know, it kind of gives me the Natalie Wood vibes, right?
Yeah.
It's nobody, and for those who don't remember, that's the story. When did that happen? I think in the... when did Natalie Wood happen?
A while ago now.
Yeah, it's been decades, right? But I mean, it's still the mystery of what happened to Natalie Wood. Did she just, innocently drowned? Did something nefarious happen? I think people will just always wonder, and what is the evidence? Where's the proof? That is the rub today.
Natalie Wood or Natalie Holloway? Which is it a different
Natalie
one?
Wood.
Natalie Wood was
yes,
1981. Drowned in the Pacific Ocean in Santa Catalina.
Did they ever find her body in that similar case?
Oh, great question. Keep talking.
Because
I think so.
That would be a really interesting thing, because in this case, if they find her body, Well, now they've got something to work with. They might know more about what happened here. If they don't find her body, then it's going to be them taking this guy's word or not believing him and trying to find as much evidence as they can, circumstantial, to pin this on him. And I got all sorts of different bombshells that have dropped on this coming up in just a bit here on the show. What else is grabbing your attention out there, Amy K?
Well, you guys know we're still talking about Splashdown on Friday night, and I was like so entrenched in the story. We actually were at a wedding. You guys know how much I love Brad's Underground Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So we were at Brad's wedding, and we were in the reception hall, and so like they were given like the speeches for like the, you know, everybody was giving their little speech. It was cute, and then I just had the phone like off to the side just because I was very nervous about them coming back through the atmosphere.
Yeah,
I feel like a song. I should start singing it. But I was very nervous about it because everyone kept talking about how, you know, that when Artemis 1 came back, there was damage to the heat shield and there were little chunks missing and that there should not have been chunks missing. We actually had astronaut Eileen Collins on the show this morning on Good Day Orlando. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this, but Eileen Collins was the first female shuttle pilot and the first female shuttle commander.
Nice.
And she said even she was so nervous. She said more nervous about you know, them coming back than she was about them blasting off. And same thing. And so I was just nervous and I was watching and I'm just so glad they're home safe. And I got to say, you guys, they're like the four most lovable astronauts.
Huge
They
fans.
really are.
Love them.
Yeah, they are. They're very polished, all of them. None of them have like a different agenda going on other than to tell you about the space program and show you how passionate they are about those kind of things. And I dig it. So, you know, I think this kind of thing is something important where we should be able to all come together on it.
Do they get to go back in space, or is it like you've had your run, now it's time for you to stay at the desk as an astronaut moving forward?
Oh, she's already.
They will get to go back. They'll get to go back. So
she's already been up there. She's been to like the International Space Station and stuff. The Christina.
Correct.
lady.
Yeah, all of these are seasoned veterans. All of these are seasoned astronauts. I don't know if you saw that the other day. I thought this was cool. They were showing their ages, and they were all like upper 40s, early 50s, and they were just talking about how people are like, oh, by the time you get to that age, you know, you've already lived all your greatest dreams or whatever.
Like
and
still got a chance.
You know, your career highlights. I'm like, nope, not true.
So you're saying there's still a chance I could be an astronaut?
Yes, Sean.
All three of us.
No, Sean.
Oh,
why? Okay. All right. Well,
so this is interesting, you guys. So we had Eileen Collins, as I just told you, on this morning, and one of the questions that we asked her was, "What is next? Do you think in the future of space travel?"
Yeah.
And she said that she believes in our lifetime you will be able to book a trip to the moon. Just like you book a trip to, you know, on a cruise or to Europe. What? She said at some point we will be able to, and, you know, the plan is to have like a base on the moon. But she said at some point she believes that the space travel will become normal.
It's crazy.
Is that not crazy?
It's crazy, but I believe her. I do.
Yeah.
I think that we have seen so many breakthroughs in just a short period of time. We're living at a very interesting time here where we are probably going to see something like that. And I will never, ever go to space.
I would let a couple tens of thousands of trips first, and then maybe.
Yeah. There aren't enough people who have tried this out
Bigger
just
capsule,
yet.
I hope, by then.
I'm going to need like airbags or there's something that makes me feel a little safer than.
That's ambient, I believe.
Okay, Sean, would you do like William Shatner and some of these celebrities have done and just do like the little Blue Origin flight that like goes up and then you're like hover around for like what I think it's like 4 minutes or whatever.
I do.
I gotta tell you, I would really, my gut would be that I would say no because I hate that kind of stuff. But I also really love a great story. So just to be able to have said I experienced something like that, I would probably force myself through something that I absolutely didn't want to do. But you never know. You never know unless you're actually in those positions.
You think you would make like a Shatner speech when you got back, or you'd be popping the bottles with Bezos?
I would be so drugged out, C-Lane.
And there's Sean's lifeless body.
They just wheel me up on a dolly, and they just move me over on the side of the stage like Hannibal Lecter or something.
Sean is now the first human being to let a Valium float into his mouth in outer space.
They're like, Sean, how was it? I have no idea. I hold zero memories from that entire trip to space. Oh, God. Well, did you watch any of the Coachella performances over the weekend, or is that out of your
She was there
sphere?
crowd surfing.
That would be awesome.
No. You know what I did is I went to that Orlando Phil show at the at Cranes Roost Park.
Yeah.
And they were doing like the Eagles. It was actually really good. I love the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
So it was fun. So did you know that I did not know this, that the Eagles' Greatest Hits album is the #1 selling album in the world. And then after that, it's Thriller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then Hotel California is third. Is that right? Google that for me, Sabrina.
You went out there, you saw the Eagles play a little bit, and
not the real Eagles.
Well, the fake Eagles. You saw the Feagles.
Yeah, the fake Eagles. It was really good. It was fun. So did that this weekend.
Did you catch any whiffs?
No Coachella for me.
Of any kind of special cigarettes in the crowd as they were playing?
Left-handed cigarettes.
In fact, it was a very it was an older crowd.
Yeah,
for sure.
I resubmit the question. I don't know. These older people.
Well, good point. I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, I didn't.
I'll tell you what's so funny to me with all the discussions going on about the Coachella stuff over the weekend, and I'll give you some of that later if you didn't catch up with any of this. One thing that struck me that nobody talks about is Courtney goes, "Oh, I love to see this," and it was the menu from Coachella. It was like the food costs, and a chicken sandwich was $30. And like a salad was $25.
Did she look at the menu from the Masters? Because that one is always fascinating.
It's the exact opposite.
It's cheap, right?
Yeah. They never change anything.
They're so rich at the Masters that they don't want to charge you a lot for the food. The guy who won the Masters, who won it 2 years in a row now, got what, $4.5 million, I believe? And the craziest thing ever was the guy who got 50th place in the Masters. You don't even know his name, I guarantee you. And that guy got $60,000.
Do you know his name?
No, I have no clue. I don't know half of them, but like somebody got 50th place.
There's a Bubba in there somewhere, right? Or a Junior?
Probably.
Who won, Sean? Who won?
Who won? I can't.
Come on.
It's like the biggest name in golf right now. It's a good-looking guy with, I saw his wife and his daughter. Rory McIlroy.
There you go.
Good job, Sean.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy. Yeah, he's a good chipper. And,
so he's the fourth person to win back-to-back Masters titles. Do you know the other three?
You bet your
Tiger
ass
Woods.
Tiger.
Yes.
Phil Mickelson.
Bubba Watson.
Arnold Palmer.
No.
Good
guess, though.
Jack Nicklaus.
It's in the ranks of Arnold Palmer. Like he's like that much of a legend in golf.
Not Jack
Guardian
Nicklaus.
Leviosa?
Yes, Jack Nicklaus, and then three is harder to guess.
Michael
Faldo.
Yes.
That's
Good
right.
job.
Yeah.
He's
Cheating,
Faldo. That's
Amy. He's
Nope,
cheating.
Didn't see that in
Google
chat.
Did you look it up?
No,
Chat,
didn't see it in
no,
chat.
chat
Didn't see it in
doesn't.
chat at all. Just I know these kind of things.
Remember that for Fritz on the Street?
You know what I did see, though, that kind of is interesting to me? At the Coachella Festival, there was all sorts of celebrities out there that were like 70s, 80s, and they're still at the music festival.
On acid.
And they're still out there partying. And then the thing that I was talking about where you look at the $30, $35 chicken sandwich, you look at all the stuff that was so expensive on the menu out at this music festival, Amy. And as I recall, Coachella actually started as a thing to rebel against concert ticket prices being too high.
Yeah. Right.
It was like born out of Pearl Jam fighting Ticketmaster, and they had to go to a venue that was beyond the reach and grip of Ticketmaster, and that's where they started this thing that became Coachella, and now it's just insane amounts of money for everything. It's just crazy.
And it hasn't gotten any better. I mean, it's just that's what's crazy. Like the concert prices are absolutely insane.
How much were the fake Eagles?
Oh, that was inexpensive in relative, like in comparison. I don't know. I forget.
Ticket.
It was like maybe $30 or $40 or something like that.
You went there VIP free ticket, didn't you?
Maybe I did.
That is
maybe
for her to know.
She's famous, folks. Yeah. These are the things that come along.
She was at Brad's wedding.
Yeah, she was at Brad. Did Brad serve Brad pizza? Brad's Underground Pizza at Brad's Underground Wedding?
Pizza. Have you guys all had Brad's Underground Pizza?
Not yet. I'm not lucky enough to.
Gosh, you're missing out.
But did he have his own pizza at his wedding?
He had barbecue.
Oh, okay.
He didn't want to work at his own wedding.
Right. Well, who's his barbecue guy? Because he's probably
Brad's barbecue, duh.
He's just branching out.
That's the next thing, baby.
That's why he
Brad's
married
bagels,
this person.
Brad's barbecue.
All right, she is the best of the best. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35. There she is.
Love
Make
you,
sure
Amy.
you're following her. Make sure you're following along for all the updates on this Bahamas story that is so full of twists and turns, and I think might just be getting started. And Amy is the person who's going to get you ready for the day every single day. It is one of my key spaces that I stop to find out what's going on before the show for show prep. It's Fox 35's website. But if you're following Amy on social media, there's not much you're going to miss because you get the reality side of Amy Kaufeld and you get all of the news as it's happening out there. So follow Amy Kaufeld on all social media platforms as well as Fox 35. Thank you, Amy. There she is.
Love you guys. I'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the mega viral doorbell video. And if you haven't heard this at all, buckle up. You're in for a wild ride. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-37.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Doorbell video guy coming up next. Am I doing it? Is this the doorbell guy pose? I don't know if I'm doing it right. I hope Dateline uses Sean's titles, The Hookers in Hopetown. We got all the updates on that story, and there are a lot coming up at about 1 o'clock, I think. 1 o'clock after the next episode. Hey, Das Hefe. Hey, this guy. Hello?
Hi.
How'd it go?
Fine.
Did you get the peanut drink?
No.
Have you ever had a peanut drink?
It said peanut juice.
Peanut juice that doesn't sound good. I don't like things that shouldn't have juice to have juice.
They had blue milk too.
Blue milk from Star Wars? Oh. That's actually it's not that bad.
No, they had Fairlife too.
Oh, did you get Fairlife? How much money did you spend?
$230.
$230?
I got everything for the whole week and more.
I'm going to assume that you discovered the money tree in the backyard then. If you're just throwing money out into the
tree.
No, the money tree is clearly in the backyard and you found it, and now that's how we're going to pay for stuff. Otherwise, we're poor now.
I'm not poor.
$230? Okay. Well, you're going to be punished for that.
Promise?
Yeah, every dollar over $100 is a punishment.
Okay.
Yeah. To the moon. To the moon. Leave that sweet angel alone, Sean. Leave her alone? Sweet angel? Didn't you just hear her? She splurged on Fairlife milk and spent $230 at Publix. Publix is bleeding me dry. Good morning, R. Willie. All right, doorbell. The doorbell video is next. I've got it all censored up. Hopefully we have it all censored up. And I'm going to play the first part of it to tell everybody the basic nuts and bolts of the story. And then we'll do the next episode. Then I think after that we'll do the second part of the doorbell video. And then after that we'll get into the Bahamas story. We have so much to work in. Go buy your own grocery shop? How am I supposed to do that? She wants to go grocery shopping during the show. I mean, I would go buy my own groceries. I'm not above going grocery shopping. I kind of like it. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I kind of like it. Like, I like to go to a place. God, this is going to sound stupid. I like to go to a place and get a cart and then go through all the aisles and look at all the options and realize how fortunate we are in the United States of America to have all of these options. There's like 46 different types of everything. There's so many things that you could buy that look delicious. There's people who are creative and talented making all sorts of delicious things that you can eat in the bakery. And there's a crew slicing and dicing the fish and the meat and packaging them up, and they look delicious. It's awesome. Love it. She needs to spend more next time? What? Sean's first time at a grocery store? No, I'm just not jaded like you, Yuckers. Yuckers wakes up and kills a puppy every morning. Every morning, first thing, ritual, kills a puppy, and then finds out what we can not enjoy. Yuckers no enjoy. Me no like enjoyable things. She likes going during the show so she doesn't have to hear nagging? Probably true. Only in America do we have options of people filleting fish. What a country. What a country! America, baby. Let me tell you something. You want a cultural shock? Go to a grocery store in another country. Compare it to the American grocery store experience, and you will see very quickly, you go, oh, okay, all right. I know what's going on here. In Yucker's defense, it's the same puppy every day? No, it's a new puppy every day. Okay, coming back in 90 seconds. Here's what we're going over. What is this viral doorbell video that is exploding everywhere? Who is the young man featured on the doorbell video? Who is the homeowner? What led up to this? What happened after the video? Because there's two separate videos. The second part, a lot of people haven't seen. And what was really going on here? And it's a super interesting story. I prefer WAP markets. Like WAP, like the song WAP. Crazy thing about Coachella, you know who was at Coachella, by the way? Offset. He just got shot. He just got shot at a casino, and he's like in a wheelchair on the stage. The show must go on. All right, we're coming back. All right, brace yourself. We're talking about the doorbell video.
So I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's not just a radio app. It's what's happening right now.
It's on.
On the iHeartRadio app, you're not just listening. You're in it.
You better believe it.
From breaking news to what's happening in your community.
Local, national, and world.
Live moments.
New development.
Real voices.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest.
Amazing prizes. Plus, talk to your favorite hosts using the TalkBack mic.
I have loved always hearing you guys.
This is where culture comes alive.
I listen everywhere on the app.
Download the iHeartRadio app today.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Back to the three best friends you never knew you had. This is the News Junkie.
Forget the same three songs over and over. Hang out with us. Let's talk about whatever fresh drama the day delivers. And my God, this week are we going to be chock full of it here on the show. Learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's talk about Doorbell Guy. Doorbell Guy in two parts, because There's a lot to this story that went mega viral. Some of you will not have been aware of this, but don't worry. You're going to hear all the details. Stay by the dump button because this guy does have a filthy mouth in this doorbell video that kind of dominated the weekend on social media websites. Now, I'll give you the basic details. Here's the story. It's the doorbell footage that's sending shivers down the spines of suburban homeowners everywhere. A chilling doorbell camera video out of Fairfield, California, is making the rounds online, showing a deranged intruder demanding entry into a family home while a woman and child were inside. All right. Now, the person who showed up at this door, he's our first character. He's 30-year-old Jason Nichols. We're going to learn a little bit about 30-year-old Jason Nichols, but he shows up to this house and he's looking crazy. He's pacing around. He's yelling at the homeowner through the Ring camera. He's got a trench coat on. He just looks a little crazy, if I'm honest with you, right? He looks a little bit out of it. And that's the guy at the doorbell. And next to the door, there's also an actual bell, which will come into play here at some point in time, too. So this guy comes up to the door. He seems to be on about something like, he's like, is she in there? He's talking about like, he thinks somebody's at risk inside the house. And you have to know, when you hear this, the crazy guy, the 30-year-old Jason Nichols, who's ringing the doorbell, is talking to the homeowner, but the homeowner's not actually there. He's not actually there at the time. His wife and child are there, but he's not there. He's talking to them through the doorbell's features in the app. So here we go. Let's listen.
Open this door, please.
Open this door, he said.
I just want to make sure that everything's okay. There seems to be something going on.
What do you mean?
All right, so he said, open this door, please. I want to make sure everything's okay. There seems to be something going on. The guy who's answering from afar on his Ring doorbell, like if somebody rang C-Lane's doorbell, he could answer it right now from the studio. He doesn't need to be at his house. So the guy who's talking to him is like, wait, what's going on? What are you so tense about? What's happening?
I don't know. I just figured I'd check on something.
I don't know what you want, man. Get out of my house.
He kicked the door.
Where's your daughter, man? Where's your daughter, man?
What are you talking about?
Where's your daughter? Who's in there with you?
Bro.
So weird.
Bro, if you don't leave...
Open this door, I'm breaking it down. You understand me?
All right, so you see already where this is going. The guy who's on the other end of this does not know who this 30-year-old Jason Nichols is. He doesn't know what he's on about. But you've got a very delicate situation on your hands here. This is a person who is like explosively angry over something. And he wants to get inside. Now, it was kind of funny because he kicked the door and knocked himself down about 2 stairs. So
kicked the door wearing flip-flops.
Yeah, and he has he's got a what is it? Demon Slayer is the shirt that he's wearing here under his trench coat. I don't know if that's an anime or something.
I saw somebody had posted a meme over the weekend where it was like your crazy door guy like kit to dress like him. So it includes one trench coat, pair of flip-flops, Demon Slayer shirt. I think that's an anime, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it only gets crazier from here. And this is the first part of this. All right, we're going to go over, this is the nuts and bolts, the first part of this. And then after the next episode, we'll go to the second part of this saga.
Leave my house. You don't...
Are you okay? Is everyone in this house
okay?
okay?
What? Everyone's okay. What do you want?
Knocking on the door again.
Staring at the camera.
About to lose it. Oh, get ready.
He's doing, it's hard for you to understand because you're listening, most of you. He's doing a dead stare into the doorbell camera at some of these times that is very...
It makes you feel like he's looking right at you. Like you're in a FaceTime by accident.
Yeah, it's very disturbing. He's just staring into this camera. Now he's just staring. He's not saying anything.
Oh, so weird. So weird.
He's going to explode, though.
Whenever you're ready, bud.
Yeah. Still with us?
In 3, 2... So creepy.
2.5.
And there's like beautiful little noises in the background, birds chirping, and like just a complete juxtaposition of what was happening with this guy who's harassing these random people. They don't even think he knows them or anything.
Can you leave my house, please?
Can you open the door, please?
Yeah, good one, bud. It's like, can you leave my house, please? Can you open the door, please?
I like how
go right ahead.
How like his confidence, his level of confidence is very weirdly high. Like, you open the door, please. I want to check things out. You open the door, please.
As if it's a game he can win, and the guy's going to go, oh, I didn't think you'd asked me to open the door, but here we are.
Yes,
I'll do it. Now he's about to explode.
You have nothing to do with my house. Can you leave my house?
You know what my name is?
You know what my name is?
I don't know who you are. You don't belong to this neighborhood. That's for sure.
This is my neighborhood, though.
Yeah, I live there. I don't know you.
My name is Harry Dresden.
All right, he said, my name is Harry Dresden, MFer. And this is when he gets close to the camera and he's just staring directly into it. I don't know who Harry Dresden is, or we're going to get further into it. That's not his real name. His name's Jason Nichols. He's 30 years old.
I don't know who you are. You don't belong to this neighborhood. That's for sure.
This is my neighborhood, though.
Yeah, I live there. I don't know you.
My name is Harry Dresden. Open the door. This is my neighborhood. Open the door.
So weird.
He's staring directly into the camera now, inches away.
Damn, look at those eyebrows.
Yeah.
No.
That's the weirdest part, man.
No.
Like, again, he thinks he's going to win the game that he's playing by, I said open the door, but now I have to go deeper. So he goes, no. Like, he just gets like, no.
No. I will end you.
I will end you, he said.
Do you understand me?
Oh, he's got a great narrator voice. Gotta be honest.
Too bad he's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
This is 9 o'clock, by the way.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Here we go.
Dump that part. All right.
So close.
Yeah, I was like, the AI really did a great job censoring this. No. Yeah. So he smashes the bell off of the door.
Very
and then
random porch piece, by the way. It was a full school bell.
It's like it's like a school bell with a little ding, thing where you can ring it. And so he smashes that, and then he says, open the effing door. And, from there, I think I can probably leave it because he just keeps doing the same thing, right? Open the door. Hold on. I will effing kill you. I don't want to risk it too much, but I do want to play this one part.
Don't do it.
No,
We don't. I mean, we're still ramping up,
Sean
buddy.
wants to do it.
I mean, I just like the part where he.
Yep. That one. Yeah.
There's a moment where he shoves his nose into the camera that is just so fantastic to me. Yeah, there it is right there. I'll put this up on See It Now during the break so you guys can take a look at this uncensored. So this is this guy, and that's all that people knew over the weekend. He goes to this random person's door, and he's ringing the doorbell. He's 30-year-old Jason Nichols. He was pacing around outside. He's grilling the homeowner through the Ring camera. He says, open the door. Is everything okay? The homeowner was away at the time, told him to get lost. Nichols allegedly snapped. Authorities confirmed the owner's wife and daughter were home at the time. He began pounding on the door, ripping off the doorbell and hurling threats, even trying to kick the front door down. The homeowner's husband, who was away at the time, observed the suspect through a home security camera, and then he goes, my wife and my daughter are here. I have to go back. So he returned to the house. I'm going to give you the other side of this story after the next episode, when the homeowner returns to the house. And I'll tell you ahead of time, this guy gets inside. He gets inside the house, and it gets even crazier. So we'll have the second half of the doorbell guy story in just a bit. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
I'll tell you. What's coming up on the next episode? Coachella this past weekend, and all those updates are what Justin Bieber would call live doom scrolling. Guess who's going to rehab, and then also guess whose pubes we won't see on Instagram for the next couple weeks. Plus, Sharon Stone reveals what we all apparently missed in that infamous Basic Instinct scene. It wasn't her no-no, but all that and Momo coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is It's the Jim Colbert Show.
And it was pretty common, I guess, to walk into a Y and see dudes naked.
You're tying your shoes, and other guys are walking around having conversations, and you're at a level, if they're standing and you're
wink,
sitting.
Wink, wink, dong to the dome. It's
That's a Kid Rock song, right? Dong to the dome.
Dong to the dome, to dome, to dome, dong to the dome.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35.
Stand by, I'm adding that to see it now. Uncensored link going up.
This report is sponsored by Florida Pest Control. Termite alert. Termite swarms are active in your area.
All right, got it. It's up on See It Now.
Trust Florida Pest Control. Florida's termite expert since 1949. The only bugs they can't control are litter bugs. Book a free inspection at flapest.com.
Okay. How are you? Sounds like Sean has more juicy updates. Yeah. In the second half of Doorbell Guy, we're going to go to the other video, the new video, that shows him inside the house going around room to room and shows the homeowner returning and getting into a battle with him. And then I have all of the literally just released about 5 minutes ago details about who this guy was and what was really going on. That's after the next episode. Privilege, historically, news reflection, junkies? No idea what that means. No idea what that means. The demon ringer? That would be my husband's nightmare. The nightmare piece of that puzzle, as you know, is that he wasn't physically there, and they were there, and then he knew this deranged man would definitely break his way in, and then definitely at least has the potential to harm or even kill them. That's what's so scary. I need to join Secret Shows soon. My gifted sub ran out. It's time. As low as $2.99 a month, $29.99 for the whole damn year. The whole year. Get in on Secret Shows. Want to gift Secret Shows? Hit that gift icon over on the newsjunkie.com. Daddy's got to pay for Publix, okay? You know what I mean? Hit that gift icon. We're coming back for the next episode and then Doorbell Boy Part 2.
Restoration Specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. 1-800-LIFELOCK or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
During Lowe's Deck Days, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. Shop the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the new...
Happening out there on planet Earth, all the weird, the good, the bad, the ugly, the drama, and everything in between. Doorbell Guy, Part 2. What happened after that insane clip that you just heard? That'll be coming up in just a moment. We'll get to more of your dispatches. Fingers crossed that the new dispatch recorder really, truly does keep up the higher quality dispatches. I'm hopeful for that. We'll see. Emails, lots of you coming in with a bunch of interesting takes and different things on your mind. Let's keep those coming in too. Tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
We don't have no thumb drives here. A bad Ice Cube.
It was
nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and the Home Loans Radio Show. Looking to refinance, buy your first dream home, debt consolidation, start a business, expand that business, reverse mortgages, HELOCs, and everything in between? Work with someone who's got your back, an expert, a friend, and peace of mind right there in the horizon if you go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 44 years ago, 1982. One of the guys from this group right here.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
That is correct. And it was on this day that David Crosby was arrested. Bad, bad boy. For the second time in 3 weeks.
Oh.
For what?
Drugs?
Marijuana.
Drugs is right. Wow, that was loud. And it wasn't marijuana, actually. It was cocaine. Cops found him in his dressing room with the cocaina. And you weren't supposed to do that. You should never do that, especially in 1982 or in 2026. And now, let's move on to this past weekend. Big party time, Coachella. It was a lot of interesting acts. I personally got geeked out over Michelle Branch popping in for Teddy Swims.
I haven't heard of her in a while.
They did 1,000 Miles. That's Vanessa Carlton. Yep. All right. It was my bad. And Michelle Branch not there. Vanessa Carlton was. And those.
It was a good performance.
I thought it was fantastic. And there was a lot to it. Even Sabrina Carpenter, the clips I saw. Great performance. Fun stage stuff. And then we have Justin Bieber, who some people that were there and feel the need to defend their thousands of dollars that they paid to see him scroll on his computer said it was brilliant, iconic. Katy Perry, not so much. And I bring you to the clip I just sent to you in the group chat, Sean, if you want to play it. It was his first headlining set at Coachella. A lot of fans. Very unsatisfied. Those of you that can't hear it. He was just scrolling through YouTube, and Katy Perry, who was in the audience, says, "Thank God it's YouTube Premium. We don't want to see no ads." He took the stage Saturday night.
It would have been very awkward if he made
just wait, 30
people
more
sit by
seconds.
ads.
Right after this Tide ad.
Including a stripped-down set, very low-key performance, spent a good chunk on his laptop, dialing up YouTube videos of himself, and the D's Nuts viral clip as well. Some people enjoyed it, but one social media hater noted that Justin got paid how much money to walk around the stage and or sit in front of his laptop.
He was a headliner, I think.
Know it?
It was
Do you
one
know
of the
the
headliners.
number?
No, I don't know, but I'm imagining the seven figures. I don't know how much.
Give it a guess.
$1 million.
Okay, give it a guess.
$3 million.
$10 million.
Oh.
Some people enjoyed it. The $10 million, though, a little overpaid. Katy Perry.
Did anybody actually watch the performance? Did anybody watch the
Justin's?
Yeah.
I just saw the clips. Him singing along to like Baby Justin, and then him kind of scrolling around.
My vibes after this was I keep seeing this happen over and over, and I think what happens in so many of these cases is like this mass online hysteria where so many people all of a sudden end up with the same opinion and none of them have watched the thing. So I was like, Justin Bieber's a pretty talented dude. He's kind of weird and he's done some things I don't like, but let me watch. And it was a very good performance. And one thing that happened at the end of it was this YouTube thing where he brought up his laptop and he was playing YouTube videos. But the story is that's where Justin Bieber came from. Right. Justin Bieber came from YouTube. So he was playing like these old videos and then harmonizing with himself as a kid singing on YouTube.
I thought that was cute. I appreciated that.
And then playing, like, he sang along with the baby song. Like, it was one section of like an hour, over hour and a half show. And afterwards, there was like people who saw like a couple of clips, and I don't think saw the entirety of the performance, which I thought he sounded really good. And I think it was different. But I think what happens here is there's a group of people. I am not in this group of people. There's a group of people that think every show has to be this big, giant, flashy, 17 outfit changes, things flying around in the air, like pink spinning around all over the place. And it has to be like this over-the-top performance. I kind of like sometimes when people go the other way. Like
I thought it was
like
lazy.
In like an intimate, chill thing. And I watched a bunch of it. Like I watched probably 45 minutes or so of it. And it's so weird that so many people came out with that take about this YouTube thing that was like maybe a minute or two of the entirety of what this performance was, where he's watching some viral videos and reacting. Anyhow, I keep seeing this. It's like the TikTokification of everybody's reactions, and they have the same reactions and stuff.
You know a group of people you sound like right now?
Who? Justin Bieber fan?
The Beliebers. Yeah. Sean Beliebs.
Color me a believer. Kid's got a good voice. He's up there on stage, got a good voice. It was a lot to it, and I thought it was kind of cool. I don't need every show to be like this big, flashy, crazy performance
You're
like
watching
some of
on
the things I've
TV.
done.
If you're paying big money to go and he's on his laptop for 25% of it, seems a little lazy.
I'm telling you, if you saw the entirety of what he did, it was actually kind of cool. I thought, at least. I mean, I think a lot of people who did watch most of it seemed to pull away with a different take, but we're in this world of just like little clips. And so you see the little clip and everybody goes, I've now got that same opinion. And I'm like, what the hell?
I didn't want to see much more, but I'll watch the whole thing. Maybe we come back to it tomorrow. Someone who will not be able to watch the whole thing because they are now, can you believe it, in rehab.
Britney Spears.
That is correct. And wait for it. She is voluntary. Entered herself into rehab. It was over the weekend, over a month after she got that DUI. It's for drug and alcohol issues.
Oh, has it already been a month since she got the DUI?
Now it makes you wonder, is she in the same spot as Tiger Woods?
No.
Are they roomies?
Did you guys see what drug they said it was for?
Mm-mm.
I'm not saying it, no.
Because I'd often like
You're talking
kind
about
of theorized.
Tiger Woods or Britney?
Britney Spears.
Oh.
I had often kind of theorized this when it came to Britney Spears because she can't stop moving and because of a lot of the different things that she does. They were saying that it was, what's it, the ADHD drug?
Adderall?
Adderall. That she has an Adderall addiction. She drinks a lot and she has an Adderall addiction.
Oof.
And that's kind of, if you look up the side effects of Adderall addiction and like Adderall overdose and those kind of things, she's very like, she cannot hold still. So maybe, and that's what some of the people who are like close with her said she was checking herself in for.
She went to rehab back in 2007, and that was during the custody battle with K-Fed. Now she is planning to take the right steps to, quote, come up with an overdue needed plan to set her up for success. Statement right before she went into rehab.
Damn. It says during her many trips to Mexico, she made it a point to replenish her Adderall supply.
Oh, you can get everything in Mexico, can't you?
Yeah, but she just brought that over the border. Can you do that?
I don't know.
Doesn't sound legal.
Depends on if she's got like a prescription for it or whatever, I guess.
Yes.
From prescription to recipes, and I don't understand why we're still talking about this, but according to a new report, the cookie recipe of this gal right here.
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift's cookie recipe is now part of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal fight that is still going on.
Finally.
Evidence submitted by Blake Lively's team in her court case against Justin Baldoni includes Taylor Swift's cookie recipe, which is supposed to be a family secret.
How much money have they wasted on like this case that just goes on and on and on?
It has to be high six figures at this point, right?
Oh no. I think they're millions in each. I think they are like millions in because they have to have so many attorneys on this case.
Team Baldoni asked for extended time to review the new items that included the recipe of Taylor Swift that got dragged into this court battle. They say of limited relevance to the case and probably won't be shown in court. Other items Blake submitted includes a speech she made about Ryan Reynolds' commitment to their family and photos of herself with Taylor Swift. The trial is set to begin May 18th. And finally, I'll leave you with this. They asked the good people via survey, and this is the most beloved public figure in the country world. 3, 2, 1. Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
Cool. As according to a new survey, she has 65 favorability compared to Taylor Swift's +3. If I'm reading that correctly. Maybe after that cookie recipe goes public, she'll bump up a couple points. But
not if the
until
cookies
then,
suck.
You're right.
We have to try them out.
On the Boob 2, American Idol on ABC. We have the 3rd season premiere of The 1% Club on Fox. Watch what happens live. The Heartbreak Kid becoming Shawn Michaels on Peacock. And catch Mark Wahlberg on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, play it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Oh, when we come back, more on this whole doorbell thing, which just gets more and more wild as the story goes. Because just moments ago, they released more information about who this lunatic was or is and what happened afterwards. Because he got inside of that house. If you missed the segment earlier, I'll give you a quick recap before we get into the second part of this, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app, make Real Radio 104.1 number 1 on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law, clausmanlaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to look out for this afternoon. The right lane's blocked, I-4 eastbound at Parr Street.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes. Doorbell Guy Part 2. He gets inside the house. Coming up in just a moment. So crazy that if that's Adderall that has done that damage to Britney Spears, and she's just taking that much Adderall and drinking, and that's what's like kind of zombified her. That's crazy to me. Crazy. But watch a video of her, any video, and you will not see her sitting still or standing still for even one moment. She cannot do it. She can't bring herself to do it. Does he know where the girl is? Is he a predator? Well, we're going to find out. I got the second half of this in just a moment. The Doorbell Guy Saga Part 2. Abraham says, I don't know, man. I think she's on more than that. Well, it could be. There's so many things that people don't know. The family insinuated that she has some sort of mental degradation taking place, and that she has the equivalent of early onset dementia. But clearly, they're coming out now and publicly saying that she's got some sort of Adderall issue. Is that it? I don't know. I was, though, blown away, to go back to the Coachella thing for a second, blown away by this, monolithic opinion that explodes, usually from, a TikTok video or, a screenshot, usually from, this much of something, and then everybody goes in lockstep and just adopts the same exact opinion. And nobody is curious enough to go a little bit deeper and go, well, what happened here? What was this about? Let me see a little bit more of this. And then it's well, you're not lockstep with this opinion? We have decided through mass psychosis and mass hysteria that here's how we feel about this thing that happened. Man, social media, it just shows you how powerful it can get. Everybody just has the same opinion like that. Like that. Is she supposed to be on it or taking it like the crazy housewives did to keep up with chores?
I don't know. From what I can tell, it looks like she is taking a lot of Adderall, and that is making her kind of mentally washed out. But it's very, very possible that there's much more going on there. I'm not a doctor.
If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together.
2 minutes and we're back. So we're going to regulate social media when? Oh, I don't know. I mean, one of the problems is, Dan, it's not even like, this wasn't kids on social media. And much of social media regulation, I think, becomes focused on kids, banning kids from social media platforms. This was all adults. And you just watch the wave hit. The wave starts cresting and people say, okay, this thing happened that was the length of a feature-length movie, and I've got this much of it, and then I'm going to tell you the opinion that you should have. And then everybody dutifully, just like, mass hysteria. People just go, yep, I too. You go, did you watch more? Did you watch a couple of clips? Did you watch a full song? Did you watch? No, I watched what they gave me. And then I thought what they told me to think. And I don't know how you change that if it's adults. How do you change that you don't ban adults from the internet. You can't clamp down on what people are posting, really. That, cat's out of the bag on that one. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do there. Doorbell guy inside the house. Inside the house. All right, we're coming back right now.
Benefits! And the best part? The price of your talk, text, and data is guaranteed for 5 years. Get more benefits and more value. At T-Mobile, families save and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switch now at T-Mobile.com. Qualifying plan requires price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junk.
More about the show, visit the website. It's thenewsjunkie.com. Easy to find over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. We got our updates coming up on the Bahamas story, and I mean pretty big bombshells coming up in that one. A bunch of other stuff that had conversations flowing over the weekend, but I want to get back now. Doorbell Kid Part 2. I keep calling him a kid because he looks kind of young, but he's 30 years old. This is the guy who went mega viral over the weekend. And in the previous clip that I played, which is up on See It Now, if you guys want to take a look, he shows up, he's got like a trench coat on, or what looks like that, and flip-flops, and an anime shirt on, and he's staring into the doorbell, and he's saying something like, I don't know, what did you guys pick up from it? Like, is she okay? No. Is she in there? He was talking to like a female being in the house that's in danger. He
said something straight about, like, your daughter.
Yeah.
Your daughter, yeah.
And he's like, this is my neighborhood. Let me in. Let me check.
No.
Or I'll end you.
And the craziest part of this is that the guy, the father of the household, was talking to this lunatic who's trying to break down his door and get in his house and do God knows what. He's talking to him from afar. He's not there. His wife and his kid are at the house. They're inside the house while this lunatic is trying to find a way in to maybe kill him. And dad is talking on the Ring doorbell from afar. But dad goes, I got to do something about this. Now, I don't know if he called the police or what happened. I've got more details that we'll all look at together here in a second. But he says, I got to get home. And he starts hauling ass. And he gets home, and he eventually encounters this guy again. Now, let's stay by that dump button once more. But you'll notice immediately if you're watching on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie, we're now inside the house. We're not outside anymore. He's not at the doorbell cam anymore. He's inside the house.
I can't believe you got him.
All right? Like, that's him coming in hot. He busts in, and he goes, where the F is she?
Where the f is she?
I mean, I don't even know what you're thinking if you're watching this live.
Dude, weren't there people inside the house?
Mother and daughter.
The daughter and the mother inside the house. The father is on his way back right now. The father encounters doorbell guy momentarily. He rips open a door. It's just a closet.
No.
With authority, he rips open the door, though. He's kicking all the doors open one by one.
Victor, you around?
All right, he said Victor. That's the first name I think we've heard. And did he say Mel? I'll go back because I want to see what he said there.
Victor?
No, hold on. I got to go back a little further than that. Mel? Maybe? I don't know.
Well?
Victor, you around? Huh? You like raping little girls, bitch?
Oh, okay. He said, you like raping little girls, bitch. That's what he just said right there. So this guy's fueled up on something. He thinks that there's
right, of some sort.
Well, I don't know if it's because he's deranged, if he's got like a mental health issue, or if he was like reading this online and somebody told him. I don't know, but he seems to be under the framework that there's like something going on that he's saving somebody from in this house.
You try me, I swear to God, I'll kill you. Do you understand me?
He's talking to no one.
All right, here it comes. The owner of the house, the guy who was talking to the doorbell, has just arrived, I guess. He has a shovel. I guess he didn't have a gun or a knife on him or anything. The only thing he had was a shovel.
It is dumped.
Okay, good. I'm going to mute it. I'm going to mute it from here on out. So from there, you hear, get the F out of my effing house. And they get into it in this house. Now, it's out of frame. Okay, here he is. Here's the husband who was on the phone with him earlier. He has a shovel in his hand, and he's saying, I'm telling you, get out of the house right now.
Beat the crap out of him, didn't he?
He hit the guy. He hit the doorbell guy with the shovel at some point, but he too got hit with the shovel. He got hit in the head with the shovel too. They both had head injuries.
That's a hell of a shovel. Is that for a snow, maybe?
Yeah, it's a smaller shovel he's got in his hand. You see him in the camera. I'll put this up too. You see him just saying, get out of the house, get out of the house.
And then
he's telling the guy to get it.
That's not a small shovel.
It is not. That's for bonking all day.
All right, it looks short is what I meant. Like it
looks short because the actual part that does the shoveling is so large.
And
I almost said so many stupid things. I was going to say the stick part, but handle?
Handle.
Shovel handle.
The homeowner.
I'm not a big shoveler, as you might imagine. But.
Eventually is just so much more calm than I can never imagine being if I were seeing the ring cam, hearing what he's doing, knowing he's in my house. But he talks him down for a little bit. After he bonks him in the head with the shovel.
And then you see the police arrive. So he must have called the police on the way back when he was like headed back to his house. Here's the police. The female police officer, she's looking in
the closet's getting everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Another cop coming in. So the cops are rolling into the house now.
Is it coming from the wrong place? I mean,
it's hard to tell where people are coming from or where they got in there, but he got back to his house in time to fight this guy off with a shovel.
Wild.
I have more details, which I'm going to get to in just a moment here. So after failing to bust through the entrance, the guy, Jason Nichols, the 30-year-old who was at the front door, found another way in, slipping to the home through a sliding glass door while the terrified family remained inside. By that point, the homeowner had raced back and things escalated fast. What were we going to say, Sean?
So he calls out for Victor. We know that he has previously referenced him or called himself Harry Dresden, right?
Yeah.
Harry Dresden is from some book series, called the Dresden Files.
All right.
Victor is one of the antagonists in that book series. So he's still like playing up this book series thing. Victor Sells was a human sorcerer whom Harry Dresden nicknamed Shadow Man. I haven't seen anything about any little girls in this.
All right.
But
So he thinks he's a part of this anime or something, or this book. It's a book, I guess. Right?
Obviously, some mental issues, but does this have any say on how good that book is?
I mean, I don't know. Is this good advertisement for the book? The Doorbell guy?
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if it goes up a little bit in sales.
Here's what I have. This says, new. Police have released more info about the Harry Dresden break-in in Fairfield, California. They say both the homeowners and Nichols sustained head injuries. Police are praising the actions of the homeowner who raced home to confront 30-year-old Jason Nichols with a shovel. Authorities said that the homeowner's wife and child were inside when Nichols broke in. When Nichols was unable to break in through the front door, he broke in through a sliding glass door. The homeowner's husband, who was away at the time, observed the suspect through the home security camera and immediately returned to the residence. As the suspect entered the home, the homeowner returned, armed himself with a shovel, and confronted him. A physical altercation ensued, during which both the homeowner and Nichols sustained head injuries. We're grateful that the family is safe and commend our officers for their swift response in bringing this dangerous situation to a safe resolution. The woman and child were reportedly unharmed. Thank God. You know? Like, oh my. It's so wild to see. And by the way, I already put up the first video on See It Now over at thenewsjunkie.com so you could see the visual of this. I'm putting up the second video during this break as well. So that's what was going on with this guy. 30-year-old dude who's clearly mentally unwell. Jason Nichols is the guy's name. And he was the one who showed up here thinking he was in the middle of a book or something. Or it was a book, you said, right, Celine?
Yeah. The Dresden Files is, I think, a series of books. It's got its own like little. Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Is there? It's like, okay, so it's like a book series that he must have been into. Here's a quick clip from KCRA.
We're learning more about a viral video showing an encounter in a Fairfield neighborhood. I'm going to show you this still image on the right side of your screen. That was from the video released by officers. They say 30-year-old Jason Nichols allegedly tried to break into a home on Burbank Court Tuesday by kicking the front door. Police say a woman and child were inside. Officers say Nichols was able to get in through another door. They say the homeowner came back home, armed himself with a shovel, and confronted Nichols. Both sustained head injuries. Nichols was treated and booked into the
Are they showing on TV exactly where this guy lives?
They kind of are. Well, at least the neighborhood. They're showing an overhead of where
and the street
was. It's like right here in Fairfield. They're like showing on Burbank Court where this all went down. He's been arrested. Let's see if there's anything else that we can pick up from this. When the husband told him to leave, Nichols grew angry, began threatening the husband, banging the door down, pulling down an external doorbell. They said he was unsuccessful in his attempt. Then they arrived on the scene and found him outside the house. He was taken to North Bay Medical Center for treatment of his injuries and then booked into the jail. Police obtained bail enhancement, and Nichols was charged with multiple felonies, and they're looking to maybe charge him with even more.
No word on his episode?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want to know more about. I want to know more about this guy. Like, does his family know what was going on here? What happened before all of this? That's what I have a couple of questions about.
I'm getting a manic bipolar.
Big time. Yeah, but with like mega violence to it. Yeah. It says further video showed the homeowner returning and arming himself with a metal shovel before engaging with him. They both suffered head injuries after this. Oh, here we go. This is a Facebook post from the Fairfield Police Department where this took place. Viral video circulating. Fairfield Police Department statement. It happened on April 7th, I guess. The Fairfield Police Department is aware of viral video circulating depicting a frightening incident at a residence in our community. We understand the concern this video may cause, and we want to provide accurate information about what occurred. We were dispatched to the 1700 block of Burbank Court following a report of an unknown man attempting to force entry into a home occupied by a woman and child. The homeowner's husband, who was away at the time, observed the suspect through a home security camera and immediately returned home to the residence. As the suspect entered the home, the homeowner returned, armed himself with a shovel, and confronted him. Officers arrived within minutes and located him outside the residence at that time, where he was safely taken into custody. And I'm trying to see if there's anybody like who would have recognized him. I don't see anybody somebody says his bail is $35,000. I would hope it would be more than that.
Seems like he's from the neighborhood. I mean,
he said he was. He said he was. Who the hell knows? Oh, here's somebody. This happened in my neighborhood. Neither my husband or I have ever seen this crazy man. Please get to a scene ASAP. My heart aches for the fear, the mother and child, and the fear of the husband as he rushed to his family. I'm calling the DA to check on the bail status. To this poor woman. Thank you. I'm curious, as a lifelong resident in Fairfield, California, what are homeowners supposed to do in situations like this? Then I love when people do stuff like this. He claims to be a veteran in the video. If that's true, I hope he gets help. If it's not, just wow. Wait, what? So
that's what really stood out to you?
The only thing that hinges you wanting this guy to get help is whether he's a veteran or not. Like, either this was a mental episode, it seems that way, and the guy needs help, it seems that way, and the guy needs to get whatever resources you could throw at him, or it's not. And it appears it is, number one. And then number two, and perhaps most importantly, this guy needs to be kept away from everybody else because he poses a big, giant danger
I don't
for
see
these folks.
a situation in which this is not a mental health issue.
Yeah, like the guy said he was Harry Dresden from a novel. And I guess it was a TV show at some point in time.
Maybe.
And he refers to another character, Victor, as the Shadow Man. And the suspect was looking for Victor. Somebody says that's Milhouse from The Simpsons. Is this the same freak I saw in video posted by somebody with a Ring camera? Yeah. Yeah. So,
but no prior incidents. Nothing's coming up.
Nothing that they've said. No.
And so, I mean, that would be a wild ride that he has been just a quiet, regular old guy just passing through. And then his snap is this.
It's quite curious. I would love to hear from his family. I would love to hear a little bit more about his background. I'll keep my eye out for any updates on that front. And then when we do hear something about it, we'll obviously bring it to you. When we come back, we got to get geared up for the jury duty for today, which will have the Bahamas murder mystery updates. And I'm talking, there's a lot of stuff going on in that case. All sorts of new twists and turns. They found something else from the missing woman. They found something of her. And there's all sorts of other things that may change the way you feel about this case. Emails, dispatches, and so much more, all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Try it with Angel. Try it with Angel.
What?
You know what?
So uncomfortable.
I want to let you know. I appreciate a lot of things that you do. I love you, man.
Yeah, you're the man, dude.
That's all you got.
I got goosebumps. I hate it.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
The roadways are getting busy. There's a couple of accidents to look out for on Florida's Turnpike northbound before US 27. The left lane's blocked there. Heading through the city on I-4 eastbound at Parr Street. That crash has been moved off to the shoulder.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Question for you. YouTube, Twitch, TNJ chat. Question for you. Question for you. Have you guys seen the story about this guy who recorded 10,000 concerts? Did you see this? This guy recorded 10,000 concerts and is uploading them all online. Which I have a lot of questions about. Just because you record a concert, that doesn't mean you own that audio, right? I mean, the band still owns the performance, right? 10,000 concerts this guy recorded. And he's posting them all online. Nirvana shows, right? Some bands that you'll never be able to see again, that he is the only one that recorded that show. Crazy. That's a whole lot of macaroni. I know Periscope was blocked at concerts back in the day. Is that true? Wow. 10,000 concerts, they said. 59-year-old Chicago man. Let's just do the math on that. 10,000. Let's do some numbers here. Ready? What is 10,000 divided by 365? 10,000 concerts he recorded. That's 27.4 per day. If it was a year, obviously it's not though. 10,000. So let me see. If somebody recorded 10,000 concerts and they recorded one per day, how many years would it take them to record 10,000? $27.4 years, is that right? 27 years and 5 months if you went to a concert every day. And this guy's 59. And I can barely afford to go to a concert every other month. Yeah, what is he? Independently wealthy? He had Nirvana playing after Nevermind dropped. That's one of the concerts he recorded. And these 10,000. He's an OG bootlegger? Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. Looks like they charged the stepbrother with killing the girl on the Carnival cruise ship. I've got that coming up in jury duty as well. We will have an update on that. Lot to squeeze in today. Not a lot of time. Brandon with an interesting question. Let's say you're the dad in the Doorbell case, and you see this lunatic screaming, kicking at your door, and you know you got to get home because your wife and your daughter are in that house. Are you stopping for stoplights? Are you stopping for stop signs? If the cops see you speeding or something on the way there, are you pulling over for the cops? How are you going to handle that? Serious question, Sean. How do you like that orange amp? It's great. I've used it in total on stage about 3 times. I don't play it in here. It's more just a prop that looks cool, but it's great. No, because I wanted the cops to follow me home. My wife would have shot him before I made it home. Yeah, but I mean, if the cops, if you start running from the cops, and now the cops are chasing you with lights on and everything, you can't explain this to the cops. So there's even the possibility that, the cops start chasing you, you pull up to your house, and you start running in your house to save your family. Maybe the cops think you're attacking somebody else's house, so they start shooting you. How do you handle that? How do you, actually the best move would probably be to follow all the laws of the road and get there as fast as you can legally so that you don't have, police chasing after you, I think. All right, we're coming back.
The risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
2%. That's the number of people who take the stairs over an escalator. I'm Michael Easter. Twice a week on my podcast 2%, I give you practical advice to live a more meaningful life.
Don't ask for easy. Don't demand easy.
put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2% on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search 2%. That's TWO% to start listening.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
But I am racking my brain in this one. And I don't know what the right answer is to this. I'll explain it to you in just a second here, and we'll get to the Bahamas murder mystery updates and all of that on a busy Monday show here. What is the right move? I'm actually struggling with this right now. We talked today about this video that has gone mega viral over the weekend. Many of you have seen it, where there's this crazed dude at the front door of somebody's house, and he rings the doorbell, and he's like screaming and angry, and then the guy is not there. The father is not there, but his wife and daughter, his wife and young daughter, are home at the house that this stranger has arrived at, and he's going to get inside, and the father is worried from afar that this man may harm his wife and his kid, and he's right to think that, and he's trying to get back home. And I'm racking my brain during the commercial break. What is the right move? If you're driving back home to that, is the right move to say, to hell with all the stoplights and stop signs, I have to get back. This deranged man is going to attack my daughter and my wife. He's broken into my house. He's completely out of control, and he's violent, and he's probably going to kill them or worse. Is the right move, if you're driving back to your house to try to save your family because you watched that on your doorbell camera, to speed, break all the laws, and
maybe not
that would be
all the
so
laws.
tempting. But if you did start doing that, wouldn't the cops start going after you, and now you can't really
absolutely
explain that?
Or come with me because someone is in my house right now. And depends, I guess, what officer is going to pull you over. I'll be damned. I don't think I'm thinking right or wrong. I'm getting to my house as fast as possible.
I would
That's the
think
plan.
that too, but then what I'm asking beyond that is, what is the smartest thing? Because if the cops started chasing you, you can't explain to the cops that there's a madman trying to break into your house and kill your family.
You can call Highway Patrol and talk to dispatch or talk to somebody, maybe even call 911.
Yeah, and dispatch
be
would
like,
let them know.
Like, listen, here's the deal. I'm on my way to my house because there's a crazed man trying to get in. My wife and child are there. I have a cop behind me. If you could please just let him know. I mean, like, you can call Highway Patrol.
But you say that, Sealand, and I totally agree with everything you said, but do you think that 911 dispatchers would do that? They don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
I mean, they might entertain the idea until you have, until they can find out otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, my point is, like, if the 911 dispatcher answers the phone, hey, 911, and you go, there's a man who's breaking into my house right now trying to attack my daughter and my wife, and I must stop him. The guy thinks he's somebody from this book, and he's absolutely out of control and violent, and I've got to stop him right now. They might think you're the crazy one. You understand? Like, they might like, it wouldn't be, I wouldn't put it past the cops or whoever you try to call. It almost seems like, in some dumb way, going the speed limit and not violating any laws and not having the cops chase you so that you can go unabridged into or go unimpeded into your house would be the best move.
Obviously, like, you should probably already be on the phone with 911 anyway. You know, you're headed to your house, you're calling 911, you're telling them what's going on. They're probably, if you're telling them this, dispatching police to your house, and I don't think they're going to pull you over because it seems like the more important thing happening is at your house. Now, personally, I would speed. Would I run red lights? Not necessarily. Not because Not because, I mean, if it was like an empty road red light,
crash.
Yeah. But if it was like a busy intersection, then now I've crashed and I'm not going to get there anytime soon. God knows what's going on there. So it's just more dangerous.
Yeah, I understand the drive to get home and be the hero and rescue your family. I'm just saying sometimes maybe like is what we think the right move, or were you risking maybe not being able to show up at all to defend your family, and then God knows how long it tells you to explain to the authorities that you need to get to my house right now.
You know, like we've had the scenario of, and there's been times where other people have run into this, where somebody gets pulled over by an unmarked vehicle, you know, an undercover vehicle, and they're like, I don't know that I trust this. And they, you know, it's dark. You know, this could be anybody with lights that they got on Amazon. And so they call Highway Patrol or call 911, but Highway Patrol, I think, is the option they would prefer you use, and say, hey, I have somebody pulling me over right now on this and this road headed eastbound, whatever. And they can check into it and go, yeah, that's an actual undercover police officer. You know, you can safely pull over and do what he says. Or they'll be like, hey, we don't know what you're talking about. Let's have you go to a parking lot here where we're going to have some other officers show up to make sure this is on the up and up. And they caught people.
The problem with that is how long does that take?
Right. Exactly. I've seen it where there was someone who was pulled over on the highway, and because they had just found out their brother had been shot, and they were speeding to the hospital, and she's trying to explain to the cop what's going on in full hysterics. He's like, well, you had to pull over. I need you to pull over. And eventually, he talked to his supervisor, and supervisor said, go and be their escort so they could get to the hospital sooner. But that was not a ahead of time 911 call. It certainly happens. I think you have to see who pulls you over, who doesn't. But I'm going right to my house, especially with that video.
I get it. My concern always is like sometimes you have something in your head and you go, this whole situation makes perfect sense to me. But trying to explain it to the next person can take a little longer than you anticipate, because they're going to think that you're a little wild, saying something that seems so far-fetched. But, give us your thoughts on that, what you would do as well. A couple other things here before we get into jury duty, which will have our Bahamas murder mystery updates, the Hookers in Hopetown situation. And
damn shame that Amy didn't take the bait on that one.
I know. I was really hoping for it. I also have an update on a fake nurse that we featured on the show. A couple of things I want to work in first. This one, I thought of C-Lane when I saw this story. C-Lane, have you seen the guy who's coming out who recorded 10,000 concerts on tape? Have you seen this at all?
I saw it.
No.
This dude is 59 years old from Chicago. His name is Adam Jacobs, and he's releasing 10,000 concerts that he recorded.
Why just now?
And I guess now he's decided to like retire and release this stuff. He's got REM, the Pixies, Nirvana playing after the release of their album Nevermind at some small club with a couple of people. They said, hello, we're Nirvana, we're from Seattle. And they started playing some of these songs. Actually, this was 2 years, that one was, before the band broke through with Nevermind. So this guy recorded just the numbers alone. Think about one concert a day. I think the numbers told me during the break that it would take 27 years to record 10,000 concerts if you did one a day.
Yeah.
One concert a day, and he recorded 10,000 of them. So that's one thing. But the other thing is he's uploading them online. Just because you recorded a concert you were at, you don't own the audio of that person's performance. I wouldn't.
Not necessarily. I would assume that many of the bands he recorded had open taping policies. That would, that allow people to come bring their rigs and set up microphones. Back in like early days of some of these bands, they would let you get a feed straight from the soundboard.
That's crazy.
And that's how a lot of these, like, especially the jam bands got their music out there, and they had this like open trading scene before the internet and being able to download all the stuff. They would like send each other tapes, or like you would do a B&P, blanks and postage. Like I would send you blank tapes or blank CDs and the postage to get it back to me, and you could make me a copy of the concert that you recorded.
He said when it came to copyright, most artists he recorded were pleased to have their work preserved in an unusual way. In
All right.
one or two of the cases where musicians did not want their recordings included, he said he was happy to remove it. One longtime copyright attorney said the artists technically own the rights to their original compositions and live recordings, but lawsuits are unlikely because neither Jacobs nor the Internet Archive are profiting from the project.
Yeah, he's releasing them all online, digitizing them, and releasing 10,000 concerts for free.
Fun.
And it's kind of interesting that he's done this. It took him decades and decades to go to that many shows. Like, for instance, they said there's hip-hop in there, a 1988 concert by rap pioneers Boogie Down Productions. Like, some of these shows he went to were like key pivotal things in the music history side of things. This is inside his house. This is like some of his collection that I'm looking at here, where he's got just stacks and stacks of all of this stuff that he's recorded.
He's got his name is Adam with 2 leading A's.
Yeah, AADAM. Adam AADAM Jacobs is this guy's name. He's putting them all on archive.org, I guess. Oh, I'm going to click this. Is it already up a little bit? All right, archive.org. Okay, television live, low live. I'm going to see if there's anybody that okay, REM live. And then he just posts this online. Now, he could just share this. Okay, it says, yeah, here's the playlist on it and what they were playing. I don't know a lot of these songs, so
I don't recognize any of them. But this is a concert that was played when I was a month old. So,
oh my God! All right, let's hear it. If I can try to start one of them, I'll just hit play.
And close my eyes.
It's REM. I'll tell you what you're going to find is there are 2 types of people in the music world. People who like live music and want to listen to that, and people who never want to listen to this in their lives. They're like, you know what I want? I want that nice version they recorded in the studio. It's a little more crisp there.
You don't want the scratchiness and woo.
It's like that sounded a little too low production for me, I think. But it's old. Like Sealand said, that was from 1986, for God's sake. Dinosaur Jr. live at the Green Music Festival 2012.
Damn.
It just goes on and on. There's like so many of these shows that he recorded with his little tape recorder. The Replacements live, My Bloody Valentine live, and on it goes. So, yeah, I think it's called No Tape Left Behind, the preservation of the Adam Jacobs collection. And if you search for AADAM Jacobs on archive.org, you should see all of this. There's already over 2,000 shows that he has uploaded, and you can listen to any of them for free. For now, at least. We should put that on the Mo list, though. Because I'm guessing a band could just be like, nope, take it down. I don't want it on there.
They would reach out to the Live Music Archive as part of archive.org and say, listen, we're not cool with having our stuff shared. And there's been plenty of bands that have done that. Like, there are bands on LMA that you can download or stream MP3s right away, like you just did. There are some that are like, no, it has to be in a lossless video, file format. Some of those tapers are weird about stuff like that. But it's been around for a long time, and this is a huge get for them, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a big catalog of live music, and all for free for anybody who wants to listen to something like that.
The Bangles, 1984.
Oh, really? Oh, man. So, like, it's such a variety. That's what's key. That's so many concerts. Like, how many concerts do you think total you've been to in your entire life?
Hundreds, but I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, like I think both of you have been to more than I have, but I've been to maybe like 100 or something. This guy's been to 10,000.
That's pretty awesome. Good for him.
That he recorded, but he doesn't get to make any money off of it. All right, when we come back, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you the updates on a couple of things. That Florida woman who faked being a nurse and treated 4,400 people, we now know what her punishment is, and it's kind of crazy. Most importantly, the Bahamas murder mystery hookers in Hopetown situation. Tons of new twists and bombshells in this. And this AI backlash. Last time I talked to you about the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, some lunatic threw a Molotov cocktail at his house. Well, it just went even further. What happened? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Mistakes aren't bugs here. They're future best of segments. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
The Magic came up short against the Celtics in the regular season finale. The Magic finished 8th in the East. They visit the Sixers Wednesday in the play-in tournament. Baseball, Florida's major league team split their games. The Marlins got thumped by the Tigers, while the Rays edged the Yankees by a run, sweeping the weekend series. And Rory McIlroy goes back-to-back. He wins the Masters for a second straight year, edging Scotty Scheffler by a shot.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Stand by. Stand by. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. What's going on in your world?
I had to go back to public.
Oh my God, you're joking. What the hell do you need at Publix?
I already went.
Oh, you went back again? You're serious?
Yes.
What did you get from Publix?
It's only $3.08.
I don't have $3.08.
I didn't put it on your card.
You put it on my card?
I put it on my card.
What'd you get for $3.08?
Green onion and cilantro.
We don't need any green onions. All right? We're a green onion free house. No more Publix for the whole week.
Maybe.
No more Publix. Say yes, sir.
I can't because I have a prescription I have to pick up.
No prescriptions. No, there's no prescriptions this week.
I think you want me.
No. No prescriptions this week.
Alright, I'm gonna go for a little bit.
Yeah. If you go one more time to Publix.
I'm going back to
If you go back to Publix, I'll tackle you. I'm gonna have to put your picture up in there and say, you gotta turn this lady away.
The same lady, old lady, has taken my ID like 5 times. Or no, probably about 15 times, but the last 2 times she's questioned me about my face in it. I'm like, will you just remember that it's me so I don't have to keep showing you my ID?
I mean, it kind of stands out.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okie dokie.
Be safe, please.
Bye.
Send help. Send help. I am a man stuck in a studio and nobody is listening to me. I need to be rescued. This woman won't stop going to Publix, and there's nothing I can do about it. But are you eating good, Sean? Yes. Yes, I am. I am eating very, 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 very good. She is a top-notch cook. Save our Sean. Yes. This is becoming a grade A problem. I'm a man stuck in a room who can't stop the Publix shopping trip. Mr. Predicto, are the Publix trips done for the week?
Yes, without question.
All right, we'll see. Predicto says no more Publix trips this week. I have a hard time believing that. Instead of AA, she needs Publix Anonymous? Oh. Does Courtney have a trench coat on? She'd pull it off. She'd still make it look good. All right, we're coming back.
Every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure talk.
Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
On stories that we have been talking about for a while here, and we're awaiting some news. There are some big updates incoming. We'll get to those big updates in just a moment. A couple of emails coming in. Let's see what you have on your mind. A lot of them, I got to be honest with you, are about something that will be in jury duty. Like, for instance, Jay says, there's an update on that Titusville girl that was murdered on the Carnival cruise ship. Federal charges have been filed against her stepbrother. He's being charged as an adult with murder and aggravated sexual assault. Timothy Hudson is his name. Another email saying the same thing. They charged the kid as an adult. Titusville kid that killed the stepsister. Lots of people sending that over. Let me see.
Did we know there was sexual assault involved?
There was some talk of that being a problem, and that
speculation, maybe.
Yeah, and that he was that he made her very uncomfortable like that. And now, here's the story from Channel 6. Stepbrother of slain Brevard teen Anna Kepner indicted on murder charge. Timothy Hudson will be tried as an adult for Kepner's murder.
Is this our first time learning his name?
Yes, I believe so. They only had one photograph of him before that did not show him. And now it says the 16-year-old stepbrother of Anna Kepner, the Brevard County woman who was found dead during a Carnival cruise last year, has been indicted on murder charges. Finally, the U.S. Justice Department said Timothy Hudson was indicted as an adult by a federal grand jury on Monday. The charges include first-degree murder and aggravated sexual abuse. He was her stepbrother. Anna Kepner, if you don't recall, was found dead in her stateroom on board the Carnival Horizon back in November. That happened. And we're in April just now getting the charges. The medical examiner's office said the cause of death was mechanical asphyxiation, so it choked her out. Investigators say Hudson and Kepner were sharing a stateroom, and cameras show nobody else entered or exited the room the night she was killed. According to a news release, Hudson was charged as a juvenile in February, and the case was sealed until a federal judge ordered it to be transferred for adult prosecution. If convicted, he faces life in prison for the stepsister death on the Carnival Cruise Line. So there's your update on that front. For the rest of it, let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Crazy that took so long. I mean, for everybody watching, it was pretty clear right away. Like, hey, you know, something happened here, and this weirdo stepbrother dude seems to be responsible. And then his family, at least half of his family, started to circle the wagons and want to protect him. And the idea was, well, we already lost a daughter. We don't want to lose him too. And like, oh God, I don't know. All of this just sounds kind of bad, but finally charges for him coming through. Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, reach out to Moses. He'll help you out. He'll get the train on the tracks, and you'll be going after that big check before you know it. 800-CALL-MO or justcallmo.com. On Thursday or Friday, sometime last week, I told you about how crazy the anti-AI people are getting. Now, for a while, you post something and people are like, it's AI slop. And there was a lot of anti-AI art people. And the anti-AI movement is one of these horseshoe theory movements. It happens in some cases, like anti-Semitism, for instance. Anti-Semitism exists on the far left and the far right, bringing those sides together in what they call like a horseshoe theory. Like everybody's got their crazies and they're focused on this. The anti-AI thing is similar. There's anti-AI people who care about art, and they're like, sort of left-leaning types. And then there's like right-wing people who are worried about big tech, and they don't like AI for that reason. So who the hell knows what team this person belongs to? But I told you about this story, and I guess there's an update on this, and then I'll give you another one, too, on the anti-AI front. But the CEO of OpenAI was hit with a Molotov cocktail, and I guess there's some new details on that.
Hi, Harris. Well, Fox News exclusively here right now.
Chopper
as
overhead.
FBI agents literally just swarmed the home of that 20-year-old suspect accused of trying to kill the CEO of OpenAI by throwing a Molotov cocktail at his house. Now, we have the Harris County Sheriff's Office here, and again, the FBI. I want to say over a dozen federal agents and law enforcement officers.
Crazy
scene. His
scene.
garage is open here. Now, sources tell me the suspect was driven by strong anti-AI views, and he was arrested in San Francisco carrying a document that he wrote attacking AI. That document is a 3-part series and includes a list of names and addresses of other AI CEOs and investors.
You see? I mean, you see what's happening here. There's like an anti-AI movement that has some crazies in it for sure. And of the crazies are starting to pop up. This guy who wrote his own manifesto against AI went after Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, and tried to hit his house with a Molotov to burn the place down. And then just yesterday, this story. San Francisco police arrested 2 people in connection with an attack on Sunday. Just 2 days after a man who was arrested for throwing a Molotov cocktail at the San Francisco home of CEO Sam Altman, his residence was struck by gunfire. The San Francisco Police Department arrested 2 individuals who allegedly fired shots from a vehicle at Sam Altman's home early Sunday morning. Amanda Tom, 25, and Mohammed Tariq Hussein, 23, were arrested without incident at another residence in San Francisco. A search warrant for the residence was conducted, and they found 3 firearms there. And this is coming after the Friday attack with a Molotov cocktail. The same guy, they're shooting at his house. The anti-AI people are on one right now, and it's a dangerous thing out there. There's a lot going on.
Did they find out who running Claude these days, or is he gonna lay low?
The one person with the Molotov cocktail, they said, had a whole list of other people. So it seems like they're looking for all the people at the top at Microsoft and all the different companies, maybe even Twitter with their Grok stuff, whatever
TikTok
it is.
just got one. Taco.
Taco?
T-A-K-O.
And it's just like you talk to it, you ask questions like all the other ones?
I just saw it first time this morning. It's like, ask Taco about this.
So it's not about generating AI like content for TikTok?
No, I think it's like your
like
Grok and whatever Meta's using these days.
Which could be good because maybe they can use that to tell people like what's fake and what's not fake.
Let's hope so.
If they hone in on the model. But these people aren't going to like it. They're not big fans of the AI stuff. Let's go to the Bahamas updates. And boy, do I have a lot here. I have so much in the Bahamas hopper. In the Lynette Hooker story, she's the one who is now missing and assumed or presumed dead because her husband, Brian Hooker, and her, Lynette Hooker, were on an 8-foot boat in stormy weather going back to their sailboat. We quickly learned that the husband and wife had some previous interactions, including a domestic incident at their house. The police didn't know who to believe. They both pointed the finger at each other. Then we learned that Lynette Hooker's daughter doesn't trust this Brian Hooker guy, thinks maybe he was responsible. After all, he said he would push her off the boat or push her overboard before, and he had said something like this. And he was a bad drinker, she said, specifically, the daughter of Lynette Hooker. Now we got some text messages. Let me take a look here. This is from CBS News. It says Lynette Hooker texted a friend why she separated from Brian Hooker in 2024 after they started sailing. It was real bad. I can't be out there with him, was her quote. Here's the text message. How goes the trip? I'm visiting a family in Inverness. Brian's on a mooring ball. I don't know what that means. It's a cruising thing, I guess. I'm off visiting family in Washington. I'd much rather be where you are. How far south did you guys make it? We're probably starting the trek around the beginning of March. She says, I guess it was too much closeness. We decided to call it quits. I'm not going back. Good luck, guys. And the person said, I'm really sorry to hear this. And she said, this is Lynette Hooker, the woman who's now missing, presumed dead. She says, me too. Heartbroken, considering I quit my awesome career, sold my house, and gave away everything I owned to cruise. Shaking my head, stupid. And the person said, oh no, I can't remember. How long have you guys been cruising? She says, we were married 21 years. Our marriage lasted 6 weeks cruising. Laughing emoji.
Damn.
It continues. Oh my goodness, the person responded. Yep, she said. I totally misread that. I thought neither of you liked it and were just hanging up cruising. Now I'm really so sorry. She said, LOL, just starting over. Oh, darling, that's got to be tough. My heart goes out to you. A friend in New Orleans has invited me to cruise. I'm just not sure now. New Orleans, so it's not cruising you're not enjoying. It's your spouse. And she says, I love sailing. So that's confirming like, hey, I got a problem with my husband. Not the cruising. I like the sailing, but I don't like him so much. And what's NOLA, New Orleans? Okay, well, that sounds like fun. It does, but too much going on to think about it right now. It would be weird without my Brian. Completely understandable. Probably a whole lot to wrap your brain around, this person said. Last bit of text. So maybe I'll see you out there currently looking for a job. I don't know you well, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but when you comment that it would be weird without you, Brian, is it soon enough? Maybe things could be reconciled? And she said, not this time. It was real bad. I can't be out there with him. Totally understand.
Wow.
Yeah. So, like, clearly, trouble in paradise. You know what I mean? Like, she said their their marriage worked for 20 years, and then only like a short period of time on the ship together, the yacht together, the sailboat together, they had a change of fate there, and things were not going well. It was real bad. I can't be out there with him. So this doesn't look good for him. And I've got more on this, but we're going to have to take a quick break. When we come back, I'll tell you something else that they found. All right. They found something else from the missing woman in the Bahamas. All they had before was a life preserver, but now they got something big that could help out the investigation. And I have a phone call from Brian Hooker. We'll see what he's saying to a friend about this. There's just a lot of stuff that's leaking out in that case. I'll play it all for you. This is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call
Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Stand by. Stand by. Power Hour underway. All right. How are we doing, YouTube, Twitch, TNJ chat? How are we? Did Sean dress up as Mario for a show? I think so. I think I did one of many Halloween costumes. I think I did Mario, but I'm not sure. Did I? Bro, what is that belly button comment? That was a weird comment. Make sure you pop over to TNJ Chat. Go meet the people over there in a growing community. Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. Go over there and you'll see right now that Bootsy Moonshine is getting her ass handed to her at blackjack. Power hour, baby. Where are we at, chat, on this Bahamas story? Are you now thinking the husband is guilty? Yes or no? Just want to get a vibe on where you're at with the Bahamas story. Do you think the husband is guilty? Yes or no? Bootsy says, I say an accident. Innocent. Dude is guilty as hell. 55% not guilty. You guys aren't favoring not guilty, are you? This guy looks guilty as sin. 1,000% the husband guilty. If he's guilty, he gets a pass for the perfect crime. It's weird. He seems guilty, but not enough for me. I'm at least 51 guilty, 49 not. I'm at least like slightly leaning. How long ago was the text messages? 2 years. 2 years ago.
Delivery. He's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
Brand new TNJ Chat 2.0. Check it out at thenewsjunkie.com. More bombshells in the Bahamas case, the hookers in Hopetown. This was the husband and wife sailing team where he said that they got on this 8-foot dinghy and she just bounced right off. Uh-oh, there she goes. Whee! Yeah, she just bounced right off. And he has the story that she bounced off. He tried to throw her a life preserver that eventually washed up on shore, not with her. And he said that they got separated because the weather was bad. And when she fell out of the boat, she brought the keys with her. Mm-hmm. So he had to paddle the boat to an island nearby. And then he said famously, I hope she's just on a little island somewhere.
Just a tiny little island.
Yeah.
You know, and he was texting his buddy. And we got those texts released last week where it was like, yeah, we're going to start the search soon. You know, hopefully she's doing all right. We tried our best, and it was either him or the friend that was like, congratulations, Captain.
On the new, it was him. Because the captain was getting a new boat.
Yeah, like a strange time.
It seems like a weird time to congratulate your friend for getting a new boat when your wife is missing, presumed drowned, your wife of 20-plus years. But now I guess the daughter says there's some more evidence that's been found. Here's the daughter. Let's listen in.
They found her watch. They found
where?
I don't know where. I do know that they found her watch. She wore iPhone watch. I watch.
An Apple Watch?
Apple Watch.
Was she wearing it the night she disappeared?
It's her mom.
And they have found it?
Yeah.
And they didn't say if they found it inside the dinghy or on board Soulmate, or did they find it on a dock, or they didn't say?
On the beach somewhere.
All right, so that's her mom saying they found her Apple Watch on the beach somewhere. I don't have an Apple Watch. I think both of you, Sabrina and Celine, both have Apple Watches. Yes?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we got 2 Apple Watch owners right here. You guys should at least know a little bit about this. What would your gut be if it fell off somebody into the water and then washed up on the shore of the beach? Would that thing still work, you think?
Depends. I have the one that only connects through Wi-Fi, but there are watches now that you can have a separate data plan for. And if it was that, then yes.
But I mean, would it function still? Would the display turn on and that sort of stuff? If it went, it can go underwater, obviously, right?
Yeah, but it depends on which Apple Watch you have. I think the Ultra is a little bit better with water stuff. Salt water is different than just being in a pool or being in a bathtub or a rainstorm. So that could affect it.
Probably some sort of signal, though. Even if you don't have a display, it could still be on and tracking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mine can go a certain amount of feet, and it's not the newest series. So, yeah, I could totally see how they found it. My question is the Bahamian investigators the only ones touching this now, or are we getting the U.S. involved considering their citizenship?
I think right now, the only thing I heard was that the feds were also running an investigation, but now the charges that they're expecting, or maybe not charges, we don't know, are from the Bahamas. The Bahamian authorities are the ones who are about to push forward some sort of possible charges.
Or release him.
Or release him. Or release him. Because he said she's dead, possibly, right? He's saying that she fell off this boat and he did everything he could, but he couldn't save her. Now, when you hear that her Apple Watch possibly washed up on the beach, okay, I mean, how did it get off her wrist? What the hell happened there? There's a lot of questions about this. This is what CBS posted. They said Brian Hooker, whose wife Lynette went missing on April 5th after allegedly falling overboard while the couple was traveling in the Bahamas, recorded speaking to a friend on April 7th. During the call that CBS News has verified, he described the events from that night as a cascade of failures. I think he curses, so stand by. I don't know. I hope that it's been censored. We shall see. CBS posted it.
Everybody's up, really.
Thank God.
I mean, she was,
that was
the best
instant?
part of this relationship. Frankly, it's incredible. I mean, in the literal sense. She basically just bounced off the dinghy in the middle of a little blow, 20-some knot winds that popped up, and single thing failed. Every single thing. We weren't wearing life jackets. It was sundown, and the sun set, basically 10 minutes after she fell over. The dinghy key over with her because it wasn't clipped to anything or anybody. And she had the spare dinghy key in her dry bag, which was with her. The wind blew us apart so fast that I think she tried to swim back to the sailboat, back to our sailboat, which was probably, I don't know, 1,000 yards or something.
Oh, I did. Okay. So they were within 1,000 yards of their sailboat, which is where they were trying to go. And he's suggesting here that I think she was trying to sail or to swim over to the sailboat and make it over there because she couldn't get on the dinghy. I heard, do not know how true this is, I heard the waters where this occurred are both fairly busy, as in a lot of traffic going on there, so people would have seen some of this if this were to have happened this way. And number two, I heard that the water is only about 10 foot deep in some of these areas.
So how have they not found it by now?
That's a very, very interesting question to ask, because if the water is crystal clear, you guys have seen the water in the Bahamas.
I didn't even think about that part.
It's crystal clear, and it's 10 foot down in this area. You can look around and see much of what's around
you. Get a drone around there to get some shots to see if there's anything worth looking at.
Yeah, so where is this woman? If she was so close to the boat, 1,000 yards is just 10 football fields away, and she was in very good shape, by the way, very, very good shape, and she was out on the water all the time. And so I don't know. I'm starting to. I'm leaning towards. I'm very sus of what's going on with this guy. There's a lot that is not.
It makes two of us. His tone just now explaining that was just like, yeah. That was it. This is your wife of decades, and maybe it could be shock, or at least that might be his defense coming up. But it just sounds very casual for what's going on.
Something sounds off.
I yelled to her that I lost an oar, and I threw the anchor out and anchored the dinghy, and I yelled. I couldn't see her anymore. It was the moon had not risen yet, and the waves were doing their thing. And I saw her, I think, twice. I threw her a flotation cushion that we used to sit on the dinghy. Right after she went in.
This is the husband, by the way, if you're tuning in.
I couldn't tell if she got it or not. We've been looking for the cushion, too. But it's amazing how small a person is in 2 or 3 floaters and 25 knot winds. So after an hour of calling her, I could have never heard her voice. By the time I got the anchor set, I was probably a quarter to a half a mile away from her. And I decided I had to go get help. But I could not get to the island with one paddle. Many hours until I landed on Marsh.
So he said I paddled. It was many hours until I landed on Marsh Island.
And to about 4 miles away. The cops got there like 4 a.m, but they didn't get searched at 4:30. We didn't get rolled out until 5. And by then she had been in the water for 8 hours, and by midnight I was already freaking out. So I landed in some crazy spot like a movie. It was a little tiny 50-yard wide lagoon full of rocks, and I beached it. And the cops, of course, are there thoroughly investigating me right now.
Ooh.
So they came and tied the dinghy up. I just got the dinghy back today, and got the boat back to
Congrats,
the harbor,
Captain.
where the anchorage was. So I have to rig some switches so I can single-hand it back.
By the way, if we don't have a body, maybe we never get a body. We don't know. If we don't have a body, these are the things we have. Like, this is mega important evidence to this case. This is him explaining what happened, Brian Hooker, to his wife, Lynette Hooker, who he says went overboard, and giving his side of the story here. This is some of the best evidence we've seen so far as to what went down from his point of view.
And conduct my own searches. It's a story. They asked me today, the cops called me up and asked me how long I would be in the Bahamas till I get my wife back. And so that's my goal.
He said, till I get my wife back.
We were going back home for, and I'm going to renew my visa and stay here. By day, I was keeping a very stiff upper lip because she is strong. She's a regular swimmer, not like a athlete or anything, but she's determined. And it was a cascade of failures, and there's something I'm never going to forgive myself. We stayed too long, we left too dark, all kinds of no life jackets. I threw the dinghy out last, or the anchor out last instead of first.
This is so
explain it. I just know that I hate this boat, and if she doesn't come back, I'm never getting on the boat. I'm going to sell this and never go here. Every single thing that's good on it came from her. Every cute idea and awesome idea.
What?
I just fixed but she really created So wear your fucking life jackets. And we just kind of take all these little things for granted because almost all the time it works. And it did not. There's a lot.
All right. There's a lot of S that didn't work. He ends up.
He's talking like she's dead.
Yeah, and like his message is, wear your life jackets.
I'm going to sell the boat if she doesn't come back.
I guess.
First concern.
Like, I guess wear your life vest is a good message, but the fact that you're saying that right now is kind of almost dismissive. Like, oh yeah, wear your life vest. If you had your life vest on, you'd be fine. Which I don't know.
Fishy.
A lot of people say over justification, over explaining shows guilt. They're saying things like that. Angie says he doesn't sound upset that she's gone. He doesn't sound that upset.
No.
I mean, he's like going through the motions a little bit, but and somebody says, are we telling people how to grieve now? I mean, not necessarily, but you can look at people's behavior in a lot of cases and you can extrapolate things from that. You could take things from that. And
talk about a profile. It fits for husband trying to get away with murder. Allegedly.
We know that she was scared of him from those text messages from 2 years ago. We know that she said, I lasted 20 years in a relationship with him, but only a couple of months on a boat because I can't take it. It's too much.
Yeah, but it seemed like a month after those text messages, things turned around because then that person was like, oh, looks like things are going good for you guys now. And there were some heart emojis and stuff. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, I'm just very suspicious of all of this right now. But that's the latest. Some of the bombshells dropping in that case. The hookers in Hopetown. That was Brian Hooker on a recorded audio call. The husband of the missing U.S. woman should tell the truth about the Bahamas boating incident, according to his stepmom. His stepmom is now involved in doing interviews. The husband of the missing woman should tell the truth. That's what the stepmom says. 2 years before her disappearance, Lynette Hooker temporarily split with her husband, Brian, telling a friend, our marriage lasted 6 weeks cruising. It was bad. I can't be out there with him. And Brian Hooker shared maps. He says show where his wife went missing in the Bahamas. I don't know if they show them here, but they said that he had shared some maps, I guess. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. So the maps show right off the coast, I guess, a place called Aunt Pat's Bay, where she fell in, where they anchored the dinghy near a place called Cooper Jack's Cay. And I guess he's kind of like showing where all this stuff went down. But remember, one of the big problems here is he has over 8 hours that he has to account for. All right. They said this place was busy. They said there's a lot of boats going through that area. Did anybody else see him? These are questions that you got to ask. And also, where, like, his thing is he's saying that whole time he was paddling. He was paddling. That's where he was that whole time.
1,000 yards from the boat.
1,000 yards from the boat, I guess, is where he went up onto this little like shoreline, and that's where he ended up getting help. But the biggest thing is, if his story is true, then all of his time is accounted for being on that boat. But if not, we don't know where he was, and he could have done a lot of things in those 8 hours. They could have gotten back to the boat for all we know. They could have gotten back to the boat, and then something happens, and then she ends up dead. And then he goes, okay, I'm going to have to say this happened on the dinghy on the way over here. And so who the hell knows? But there's just a lot of information coming out on this. No body yet. No body of Lynette Hooker, but you can imagine she's probably not going to be found alive at this point. Let us know what you think. Are you leaning toward this guy had something to do with it or not? Give us your thoughts. It's pretty split so far, I would say, in terms of the audience response to this.
I'm kind of wondering what kind of data they'll be able to get from the Apple Watch. There's got to be some...
Well, from what you guys know, what would they have? Would they have, like... could you tell if somebody was attacked?
You could tell if their... No, I don't
heart
think,
rate goes up?
Heart rate would go up if you fell off a dinghy in bad weather.
True.
I don't know that attacked would do it.
I bet there's location information there.
Could you tell in the water, out of the water? Would you be able to tell that or no?
I don't think so.
Possibly.
I haven't tried. I'll take a bath this evening and let you know.
No, like I guess you
think
wouldn't
there's
know
an
if they were in
altimeter on the Apple Watch.
Because I'm thinking you wouldn't know if the person was in the boat on the water or just in the water. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference between that. Unless like body temperature or something. Does it measure your temperature?
Yeah.
It does?
Depends on the model.
Not mine.
So, but that's a key piece of evidence that they found this woman's Apple Watch, apparently, according to her mother.
They got blood oxygen level. That might be of interest. It depends. I don't know exactly what data it takes if it's not on a person. Obviously, they found it by itself. If they were
messaging each other, would your text messages also be on the Apple Watch?
Yeah, messages for sure.
If it's close to the phone or if she's got a cellular watch.
William says, this is one way that the media talks about this to sway opinion. What about innocent until proven guilty? Do you not believe that this could have happened the way he says? I don't. I think it's pretty far-fetched, actually. I do. I think it's starting to be more and more far-fetched that he went through a place where there's usually a lot of traffic, that there's only 10-foot waters, that they're very experienced in doing this, that they were so close to the sailboat that nobody else heard this, that They didn't hear him or her. Nobody else saw him at any point in time during the 8 hours plus that he was rowing this little dinghy. All of the things happened in just this one sort of way that it gave him a story that could explain why he doesn't have his wife with him anymore. And that's a bit curious to me. So I don't know. I don't have my mind made up either way, but I am definitely suspicious of this guy's story. And obviously, I'm not the only one. So are the authorities in the Bahamas. But will they charge him? That's the big question that remains to be seen. We'll see what happens.
All right. Real quick, ChatGPT says stuff that you could get through this. Location and movement data, GPS traces from the watch itself or the paired iPhone. Last known location before signal loss. Movement patterns, walking, stationary, sudden stop. If she fell off a dinghy, GPS could show whether she was moving on the boat versus suddenly stationary in water, the exact coordinates of the incident, heart rate and health metrics, like Sabrina was saying, like continuous or periodic heart rate readings, sudden spikes or drops, which would be loss of consciousness.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So like that.
Yeah.
Fall detection, emergency SOS. There's a handful of things that
it's kind of a gold mine, actually. Yeah. If they're able to do that. Is this because you have so much skill and knowledge about sailing? No, of course not. I've told you I know nothing about sailing. I know nothing about that. I do have an incredible knowledge about news stories and predicting when somebody is telling the truth and not. I have an unbelievable record on predicting where these kind of stories go because I've done it for so long. And I don't know. I'm not saying either way that I think this guy did it or didn't do it. I'm saying I think the story is a little fishy as of the moment, and there are a lot of questions that need to be asked. So that's about where I'm at on this. And I think we'll learn more probably in the next couple of days. We'll see what happens. All right, when we come back, we'll get to you. I want to work on these dispatches, the new dispatch recorders out there. How is it sounding? Also, a man makes a joke to air traffic control, and it didn't go over very well. I got the audio for you, and I'll play it. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a crash off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound near State Road 434. There might be some debris on the roadways in that area as well. Authorities are still working on that crash on Colonial Drive westbound at Mills Avenue. There's some slowdown starting to form on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. The roadways are starting to get busy, so just travel with caution this afternoon. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic.
Joel Mike. All right. What's happening there, friends? How we doing? Happy Monday. How was everybody's weekend? Hello, Bootsy, All Day Yuckers, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady. What's up, YouTube, Twitch? It was a lovely weekend, by the way. Had lunch outside yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday or Saturday? No, Saturday. Checked out Agave Azul. Had never been there. It was good stuff. Got my chips and dips on. Happy Monday, Tanya Morgan. I did not have the burrito all day, yuckers. I had the mahi and the shrimp. It was pretty good. Although it came with a little thing of like the different salsa, and that sucker was hot. It was good. Good times. And then there was a lot of just chasing around kids. Mini Masters was a fun time. I've seen limited pictures. It looked like it was probably a fun time. I was jealous. I watched some of the regular Masters. We had that on the TV while other things were going on. So we got to see the end. We got to see Rory, do the final shot. I looked like a dummy because I thought he missed that last shot. I didn't see the ball go in. And I was like, how did he miss that? And everybody's like, no, he won. He did it. It's over. Like, all right. That was a huge comeback because he had dropped quite a bit. But I chase kids sometimes. They're usually ones that I know, usually. They just added over 200 picks. Well, I got to go through those then. Who won the Mini Masters, the Mo Mini Masters? Do we know which team? Is it somebody we know? Tanya said we lost by 2 strokes. Oh. Someone's kids won. Uh-oh. Snoop Froggy just gifted 2 shows. Go get him. Thank you, Snoop Froggy. I'll add that to... I'll have to make sure Sean notices that and adds it to the list. Well, that's good. I'm glad the Mini Masters went well. It seems like everybody had a good time. Stacy's mom won as most drunk person according to Ross. That's funny. That's good. She was kind of sad about that. Ever play the board game Clue? Not in a very long time. Though we got to whatchamacallit. We do marbles a lot, and we're just chilling with friends at the house, bust out the marble board. That's a good time right there. Missed the final ceremony. Oh. I don't think I've been mini golfing since I first started hanging out with my wife. Like one of those early dates. I think we went to one of the places on iDrive, and because we got like a Groupon or something, and the Groupon was like, oh, you get your mini golf, and you get like a thing of gator food to feed the gators. And they were out of the gator food, so I don't know what those suckers were eating, but they were out of the gator food, and they gave us like a rain check, like to come back and feed the gators sometime. I'm like, that is the weirdest rain check. I mean, I guess, they want to make sure they're fulfilling their end of the deal, but I don't know. That's a weird rain check. Anyway, 20 seconds. We're coming back.
It's on. On the iHeartRadio app, you're not just listening, you're in it.
You better believe it.
From breaking news to what's happening in your community.
Local, national, and world.
Live moments.
New development.
Real voices.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest.
Amazing prizes. Plus, talk to your favorite hosts using the TalkBack mic.
I have loved always hearing you guys.
This is where culture comes alive.
I listen everywhere on the app.
Download the iHeartRadio app today.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
ChatTheNewsJunkie.com. Pop in, say hello, and you'll have fun. There's lots going on over there. It's a cool place to meet people and enjoy yourself. There's so many features. It's unbelievable. It's a good time. Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. Please pop in and say hello in the chat room. I'll probably see you around. There's a great group of people around the clock hanging out on TNJ Chat 2.0. Okay, it's time for a grab bag segment here. So let's see. One thing I saw also at Coachella is there was somebody who made an appearance that was kind of a surprise because Cardi B's rapper ex-husband Offset was performing at Coachella after he was literally just shot. He was, I think that like 2 days before.
Oh, that's right, in front of the casino.
He was shot at the casino in South Florida.
Yeah, and then they had all those pictures of him smoking a joint, we think, allegedly.
At the hospital?
At the hospital.
Now, he made his way to Coachella, and he's in a wheelchair, still performing days after being shot near a casino. He was also on the stage there over at Coachella.
Do you think if you are the doctor that is treating Offset at the hospital,
Mr. Offset,
and you find out that Mr. Set has taken a little sabbatical outside, taking a little detour to smoke weed, are you pissed about that?
Is it medical marijuana?
You're wasting your time being pissed about it because he's not gonna care. He's gonna be like, "This is my medicine." All right, fine. What am I gonna say to a guy who just got shot? It's like, you got shot, do your thing. But they wheeled him out onto the stage and he performed at Coachella. And I also I watched a couple of other shows, and it was so interesting. That's why I thought the Justin Bieber thing was kind of interesting. The juxtaposition between the types of shows that they have there is what makes it interesting. Like, you had Jack White performing, and I watched him, and he's just up there playing a straightforward rock and roll show. Bluesy rock and roll is kind of what Jack White does. And he plays a couple of songs, every now and then. He works in Seven Nation Army. And you know that when the bass line, dum, 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 when he's working on, and then there's like the hardest button to button. There's a couple of songs that and then there's a lot of stuff that's just straightforward. He's on the stage with his friends, and they're just jamming. They're jamming, playing some rock and roll music. And you could juxtapose that with, I'm going to use Sabrina Carpenter as an example, but there was a lot of other people in her role where it was a big, flashy show. There were maybe a half dozen, if not more, costume changes. Think Taylor Swift, right? Big, huge props. To various places of the stage where you're performing. A like coherent thought line from the front to back. Like, here's the message, as if this is a stage show going on. And there's just very, very different ways to do that. That's why I think some people were expecting that, and then they see the stuff about the Justin Bieber show, and they go, is he just like watching YouTube while he's up there?
You know what was hilarious about the Justin Bieber thing? I had seen a clip of him singing along to Baby, but I didn't fully know what was going on. And then when we were talking about it earlier, I saw a picture of the setup he had when he did the laptop bit, and I was like, oh gosh, they brought out a table and a chair.
Matching chair.
And his laptop. And he's just sitting there on the computer.
He reacted to a couple of viral clips, but it was like in a section of the show where he was making reference to him coming from YouTube and then singing along with some of the videos. He has a pretty good voice, actually. I don't really know that much about Justin Bieber, but it seemed like he still sings pretty well.
I know he performed here down the hall from where we are. When he was like 12 or something. Like, he was something ridiculously young.
That dude has been famous since probably since he can remember. It's just like a little kid singing on the internet and stuff. And then I saw during the Sabrina Carpenter show, there was some woman who made like a weird noise, like a Arabic cheer or something. And Sabrina Carpenter heard the noise and she's like, "What is that? I don't like that." Oh. And then the girl's like, "It's my culture." And they're going back and forth. And she apologized afterwards. And she said, "My apologies. I didn't see this person with my eyes and couldn't hear clearly. My reaction was pure confusion, sarcasm, and not ill-intended. Could have handled it better. Now I know what a zagrauda is. I welcome all cheers and yodels from here on out," which is a pretty stupid way to like apologize when stuff like this is happening. I guess this is it. That's is this the same thing, or was that Shakira?
That was Shakira.
Here's another woman. And so what I love about this kind of story is she heard that during her show, and she's like, "What is that? I don't like that. Stop that.
Stop it."
And the woman's like, "It's my culture." It's like, okay,
I love that they were able to have a back and forth with thousands of people in the crowd.
Well, and therein lies the problem, right? Like, if it's popping off and it's the middle of like this exciting part of the show and you want to scream or you want to do whatever, do it. That's when everybody screams. But what kind of main character syndrome do you have to be infected with that you think you could just make these kind of noises in a quiet part of her performance that's going to draw all the attention to you and what you're doing? These kind of people, and like placating these kind of people is what ruins a lot of live performances like this. You can't just be like, "This is my culture." It's not your culture to interrupt somebody's show, jerk. Do it at a part where like everybody's being loud, and then when somebody's screaming, then you're doing your thing, and then no one cares. But like the idea that you could it was a quiet part in the song. It was obnoxious behavior.
Would there be, I haven't seen the clip, but would there be this much, would there be this many people coming at Sabrina Carpenter for this? If instead of that Zagruder or whatever, I've already kind of missed what that thing was called. If that noise was not that noise, and it was just like some dude with a vuvuzela, it was like,
"It's my culture." It's my culture. Like, let people do their performance, man. It's rude to be interrupting with stuff. And then to fall back on, "That's my culture," is such a lame-ass thing to do. You were trying to be loud, and it was a quiet part in the song. I can't play it because they're going to copyright all of the things. But she made a noise like that in a quiet part of the song when she's just sitting there with her piano, and then she asked her not to do it, and then she gets like bullied like it's a cultural thing. It's stupid. So I wish people like anybody, Sabrina Carpenter or anybody else, just stopped apologizing to folks who do that. I did like this tweet.
And now she said all of the noises are welcome?
Yeah.
That's a slippery slope.
Want. Yeah, it's just yodel galore. I liked this from Gene Parmesan, 715,000 views. He says, let a bitch yodel during a Chappell Roan set. I swear she's not making it home. Particular post. And it's like, you don't need to back down to all of these people. There's things that you're doing that are rude, and there's things that are not rude. And that's not the time nor place to be doing that, in my opinion. But let us know what you think.
There is, a bit of culture to attending a concert and not interrupting it.
Yeah, I would think that there are parts where you can. There's like, when I say hey, you say ho parts.
Ho.
And then there's parts where it's like, hey, don't just shout ho in the middle of the ballad.
No, instead do the.
Yeah, it's like there's a time and a place for all of these things.
Did I not do it that well?
That nail it. Perfect.
I knew what you were doing. I knew what was happening there, at least.
Guess what I'm doing?
I have the air traffic control thing I was talking about real quick.
Oh, good.
I have to tell you, this would have been me too.
What?
This is somebody.
What a shocker, what a surprise. It's a tough story as long as it flies. This next clip is wild and insane. And as you might have guessed, we're back on a plane.
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together.
I
didn't.
4.
I always
unless
think
you're Radiohead
about
and it's 5.
just airplanes and not air traffic control, but they're all related. So, all right, this guy was from air traffic control, I guess, and he tried to reach out to an airplane that was flight 1738, and he wanted to ask him a question, and it just kind of got weird. Here it is. All right.
Hey, Delta 1738, do you have time for a quick question? Go for it. Are you familiar with the artist Fetty Wap?
I am not.
Oh, bummer. He just has a song that's 1738. Just remind me of it.
No, unfortunately, no.
All right. He's like, Flight 1738. Do you know Fetty Wap? He has a song called 1738. And your flight is 1738. And the guy's like, cool.
It reminds me of Elon Musk, that one like giant conference, TED Talk, I believe. And he's like, Ted, like the bear.
Yeah,
right?
the talking bear guy. Yeah. You guys see the thing I'm doing? And like, as a reference to a thing. And I'm like, you're air traffic control. Is joking a thing on air traffic control? Or?
I don't even think this is a joke. I mean, this doesn't sound like a joke.
Very flat, or like if it was a plane, it'd go into a mountain. That's how bad it was.
It's just like a Delta 1738.
Hey, Delta 1738. Do you have time for a quick question?
Go for it.
Are you familiar with the artist Fetty Wap?
I am not.
Oh, bummer. He just has a song that's 1738. Just remind me of it.
No, unfortunately, no.
Where was this supposed to go, pal?
Hey.
What is that?
What's up?
Listen, we have trouble getting air traffic controllers. You know, there's a very huge shortage of air traffic controllers. We need these dumb Fetty Wap jokes to just be okay for now, so that these people can stay in their positions.
This guy's so bored at his gig. He's like, 1730, that's a Fetty Wap song. Oh, okay, I can do. Somebody says it's not a joke, it's just casual talk. Yeah, but are you supposed to be casual talking on air traffic control? Do they usually just shoot the S back and forth?
Hey, United 5309, I have a question. Have you heard of Tommy Two-Tone?
Kurt says N80085, tail numbers. It's boobs. It's spelled. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get to you. We'll see what's going on where you are with final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut, all of that good stuff on the way out today. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio.
Hello. Hey, I'm over here. Hey. Yeah, over here. Okay, there we go. There we are. Here's the deal. It's time to say goodbye. MICKEYJUNKIE. It's time to rate the show is what it is. Rate the show. 10 out of 10 is a winner over to the Hall of Fame. Best shows go here, no notes. 10 out of 10. 1 out of 10's over there. Not great. 10 out of 10, but with that last story, a 7 out of 10. Ugh. 10 crazy hookers out of 10. 8.6 lost fake monies due to blackjack out of 10. Don't forget TNJ chat. Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. 1738, always a 10. Well, thank you. 10 Fetty Wops out of 10. I had fun. 10 out of 10. Abraham Dragonfriend is just losing in a lose cycle over on TNJ chat with blackjack. 10 bushy eyebrows out of 10. 10 floating Apple watches out of 10. Ugh. Yikes. Yikes. 20 out of 10. 1 out of 2 dead hookers. Show drowning in 10 out of 10 feet of water. 10 trap queens. I'll take them all. I appreciate you. Our chatter of the day is going to be... MFQ is our chatter of the day on YouTube. MFQ on YouTube is our chatter of the day. Why? Because he said I had to stop gambling on TNJ chat. He only has 250 points now. He lost over 5,000 of his points. That's great. to gamble on. Folks, love you, appreciate you. It's going to be a busy week on the show. Who knows what's going to happen in the Bahamas? Who knows what's going to happen in Iran? Who knows what's going to happen with the markets? Who knows what's going to happen with oil? Who knows what's going to happen with the AI backlash that's going on? A lot of stuff going on. Not to mention, who knows what's going to happen with the contract? Coming back, baby. Here we go.
Phone, dial pound 250. Say the keywords free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Make sure you tell them that Russ Rollins and the Monster sent you to Life Imaging FLA. It is worth it.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Got something to say?
Love you.
Well, just tap the red talkback mic on the free iHeartRadio app.
Let's go.
Requests, contests, or just to say hi.
Hey, this is Heather.
Get your voice on the air fast.
I got the windows rolled down, the moonroof open.
Open the iHeartRadio app and try it now.
Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenicklygroup.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
Where breaking news meets broken people. This is the News Junkie.
From the moon to Amy Caulfield to the Bahamas story to Coachella to the doorbell thing. Oh my God. That doorbell guy, he's going to occupy some space in my head rent free for a little while.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time not quoting him, even though what he did was bad and scary, but he's like, I will end you.
No.
He'd be great in the voice-over world if he wasn't a psycho.
It's so bizarre, like the human brain is such a weird place.
No.
All right, let's get into it here as we wrap everything up today. Let's do the final dispatch.
These are the final dispatches.
Hopefully good quality.
Sean will probably only
All right, I did release the new dispatch recorder today, and I want to see how they ended up. We had a couple of them that I played, including some that were bad before, but sounded pretty good as of now with the latest dispatch recorder out there. So let's get a couple more in and see what we got here. Here's Mark in Funky Bunch. All right. Hello.
Hey guys, what's up from Daytona Beach?
Marquino?
I was listening to you guys talking about the guy's wife that's missing in the Bahamas from the boat, and I don't know if you remember a story from 25 years ago, but it was here, and it was actually my best friend growing up. They were on a 19-foot boat.
Is this the story that Amy Caulfield was talking about? Is this the same one?
No, because
Natalie something.
Different?
That was from the 80s.
Yeah, okay.
Outside of Daytona, not far from the shore whatsoever. And the dad and the little brother were scuba diving, and I guess something malfunctioned with his tank, the father. And so they lost him. The brother swam back to
All right, yeah, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I appreciate the dispatch. Here's Dispatch Dan, and let's see what he has to say. Let's see. Did I hit play? What happened? Is it broken? I don't know. I hit. No, this is a video
Back on
dispatch.
the plane.
This. I don't know why. Oh, there we go.
Sean, Sabrina, Celia, and a good Monday morning to you all. It might be a little noisy where I am.
He's on the
It's
tarmac.
that week where I go and make questionable decisions in the sun
Bro, is there fighter jets
at an
behind
airport.
There is, isn't there?
Around
Yeah.
military aircraft.
Cool.
What the hell?
But it's all in good fun. So it's going to be a good time out here down in Lakeland. If you guys aren't doing anything, come on down to Sun and Fun. There's going to be a lot of it this week. A lot of really cool planes.
Air show, isn't it?
That's fine.
Yeah, man, those are cool.
Put
Look
a
at that.
magnet on it. That won't mess
Fighter
up any of
jets.
their systems.
I don't. It was brought down by a magnet being placed on one of the
I'm
wings.
sorry. If a magnet brings down one of our fighter jets, we don't have good fighter jets.
Oh, we have great magnets.
True. Here's Emily talking about that docuseries I mentioned. Trust Me, the False Prophet one. Hello?
Talking about the False Prophet documentary on Netflix, I have not seen anything funnier than when Samuel asked them to record him on his motorcycle and record him hiking, and he was just jumping
ridiculous.
from rock to rock.
Yeah.
It reminded me of my 6-year-old son trying to show me something cool he can do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So true, Emily. So true. This is the guy who I said it's like a cult movie. It was a spinoff of the Warren Jeffs LDS stuff, or FLDS, and is a Mormon offshoot cult thing. And the docuseries is thoroughly interesting because you'll never see these people this close. And you wonder, like, how could a man brainwash 30 people? How could they all be so fooled to think he's a prophet? And when you're watching it, you're like, the guy's dumb. He's not smart. He's not smart. He's not enigmatic. He's not interesting. He's not clever. He's nothing. He has all of the riz of Michael Scott on a good day. And she's so right. There's one part where he goes, watch me hiking. And he just starts like running around in the woods, and he like jumps on a rock, and he jumps on another rock. And he was like parkouring. It was so weird, so strange, so absolutely bizarre. Last one here. This is another person testing out the system.
This is a test of the News Junkie dispatch system.
Coming through loud and clear.
This is only a test. Had this been a real dispatch, I would have been more of an idiot, and Sean probably would have frowny faced me.
Yeah, that's true. But it did sound good. So I'm saying it's a success so far.
Yeah. Because of this testing, you guys really had an opportunity to get through some really subpar dispatches. But now that the show's over, that opportunity is no longer with us.
Audio quality better. Content quality still in the dumpster. Still in the dumpster there. Let's see here. What do we have for our stories that didn't make the cut? Do we have anything? We already talked about that and that. We talked all about the Bahamas stuff, some crazy updates. We talked about the Masters, where I said the winner, Rory McIlroy, made $4.5 million. Ain't too shabby.
Not
right?
bad at all.
And the 50th place person still got more money than a lot of people make in an entire year. He got like $65,000 or so for the person who was in 50th place at the Masters. Just incredible, the amount of money people get in that golf world. And with that, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned from Monday, April 13th, 2026. Does anybody know this theme song? Let's see. Today I Learned this big movie series. Avatar is correct. I do not know the Avatar theme song. I've only seen the first one.
It's weird that you were first going for a different James Cameron movie.
I think James Cameron's themes all sound the same. Hot take.
Titanic, yeah.
She was about to say Titanic, and I was like, oh.
Titanic. Yeah, James Cameron rejected studio notes from Fox executives about making Avatar shorter. He said, I'm the one who paid for the building we're meeting in right now.
Ooh.
So you can kiss my ass, and I'm not making the movie shorter. It'll be as long as I think Avatar needs to be.
Wasn't the most recent like 3.5 hours or something?
Too long, I think.
Yeah.
Today I learned this guy.
Mario. No, Fetty Wap.
That's right. One-eyed rapper himself, Mr. Fetty Wap.
1738.
1738. You know Fetty Wap? No. Oh, okay. Fetty Wap is a father of 7, mothered by 6 different mothers. Junior Maxwell, Willie Junior Maxwell II, in fact, better known by his stage name, Fetty Wap. Here he is with the song that peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com.